caterer? My recipe for success is a heaping helping of commercial, auto, and business insurance through Progressive. They helped whip up a customized insurance solution that keeps my business cooking.
That barrage of bad wordplay was most unpleasant. Whereas commercial, auto, and business insurance through Progressive is anything but. Visit progressivecommercial.com to quote today. Insurance provided and serviced by Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. It's affiliated and third-party insurers.
This is Indy Sports Center.
WFNI, WIBC, HD2, W298BV, W228CX, Indianapolis.
The Colts host the Cleveland Browns in preseason action. Coverage tomorrow at 1 on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
What in the hell do you think you're doing?
Hey, John Boy.
I'm telling you straight, it's my way or the highway. So anybody wants to walk, do it now.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Kick is up, and it is long enough, and it is good. Adam Vinatieri, at age 45, drills one from 57 yards out.
Was kept alive by Oladipo, and Sabonis with a left hand.
John, I have never been better to be on the air with you here in Indianapolis, a place where so many of my dreams have come true.
The Ride with JMV, FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
I'll be completely honest with you, because Peyton Manning feels good about it. I kind of feel good about it, too. I kind of feel good about it. And then we go back and forth. This is essentially a tug of war here, going back and forth between how we feel about the Colts quarterback, where he's going to end up. Is he going to end up ready to go? Is he not going to end up ready to go? That's just kind of how it is. We'll ask somebody to give their opinion that knows a great deal about that coming up in a couple of minutes live in studio. Former Super Bowl winning NFL head coach and somebody I just absolutely love. Tony Dungy is going to be in studio. His wife Lauren will be in studio with us coming up in a couple of minutes. We're going to talk about their new books. We're going to talk to Tony about a variety of things, including the Colts, including Andrew Luck, including expectations. And are both, I would have to say right now, both are disenchantment with where the NFL and the whole world is going with replay, because I think it sucks. He's not going to say it like that, but we'll see if he thinks it's not that great either. I got a lot to hit with both Tony Dungy and Lauren Dungy coming in studio in just a little bit. Well, we shall be ready for that. Cannot wait. Clint Boyer is going to join us of NASCAR. We've got 3 races remaining until they get into the playoffs. And that is coming up tomorrow night under the lights down in Bristol. Man, did you see the plane of – we talked about this yesterday. Dale Earnhardt Jr., his wife, their young daughter, and the 2 pilots and the dog all got out okay. All got out okay. I mean, it was amazing. Man. And the way that thing looked, the way that it looks right now, Clint Boyer is going to join us in the 4 o'clock hour. He is presently just on the inside. And got guys like Daniel Suarez and Jimmy Johnson trying to track him down. We'll see what Clint has to say about everything that's going on down in Bristol coming up here in the 4 o'clock hour. Hashtag Ask Pat. Got a great prize package. I put that up on Twitter for you. If you want to find it there, you certainly can. Get a prize package for all your questions. We are kind of winding down the time for hashtag Ask Pat around here because the summer is slowly coming to a close and we start the football season. But we get another one coming up here in the 4 o'clock hour with Pat Sullivan. Hashtag Ask Pat. Mike Wells of ESPN.com and the Mike Wells Slow Jam in the 5 o'clock hour too. And then I've got a little Colts happy hour for you coming up at 6, which I cannot wait for. Yeah, it did make me feel good about what Manning said. It did. We'll get to that audio when he was out there yesterday coming up in a minute. I'm kind of curious how many of you feel now and how many of you are bouncing back and forth. Again, I did another poll this morning on Drop Off Line Sports on what people believe to be the Colts this year. And would you take the over or would you take the under on 10? The Chargers have got some situations with injuries now. Have you guys seen this? You got Melvin Gordon, who's already sitting it out right now. I think Keenan Allen came up dinged yesterday. And Derwin James, who was right there, and I think most people probably would have put him above a year ago, the rookie tabulations of defensive players in the NFL. The safety with the Chargers is said to, quote, miss significant time. So just when you start feeling a little bit better maybe about Andrew Luck, man, the Chargers got dudes dinged up all over the joint right now. They do. Oh, cool. Here we go. All right. Joining us in studio now, we had them in studio a year ago. It was awesome. We're talking New York Times best-selling authors and former head coach of the Colts in studio. Team Dungy is here with us. Tony and Lauren, thanks for the time, you guys. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great, thank you.
It is fantastic to have you guys in studio, as always. The books are going well. You're kind of doing the tour, too, aren't you, Tony?
We are. We're having fun coming here. We've talked to a lot of people, kind of promoting the book, and the just released newest one, Carson Chooses Forgiveness, just released, and so we're excited, and it's been great to get back to Indianapolis.
These books are fantastic. There's no doubt. We talked about this last year, Lauren, and I remember we were talking about, you were actually asking for maybe some subject matter on that, right? A little bit, and we were trying to give it to you. Was this your original, or did somebody drop this on you? How'd you come across this particular title and subject?
I'm sure it had to have been when we meet with our kids every week. We have students in Title I schools that we meet, and they always offer suggestions for future books. And I'm sure that was one of the topics that they wanted to hear about. And it's certainly a relatable subject and one that needs to be discussed. Yeah,
it's Carson Chooses Forgiveness, which is a great topic, too. How much of the joint writing goes on here? Do you guys just share ideas with one another along the way, Tony?
Well, we do. We have a principle we want to talk about that becomes kind of the subject of the book, and how do you put it together? What's it going to be? What's the situation's going to be? We get so much of it from our kids, though. We have a lot of material just from them.
Yeah. How long have you been doing this? Because I know the first time I heard about it, Lauren, it was with you guys in studio here last year. When did you start this project?
We started this project of writing our 4 books for the series a year ago, and we're completed books 3 and 4, and hopefully we'll be back with 5 and 6 next year.
5 and 6. Now, whose idea? Where did this begin?
It actually started a number of years ago when Tony was coaching with the Buccaneers, and we, the players and coaches' wives, would go out into the local elementary schools and share books. We found that there were a lot of books out there, but none that really had relatable subjects and really spoke to the kids on important issues. So we were challenged and took up that challenge to write our own books. And we've enjoyed it. Our kids have helped us. We have a household full of kids, and they've given us the materials to write on.
It's funny. I'm going to share this with the audience. Again, Tony and Lauren Dungy in studio with us right now, and they're authors. I mean, fantastic, award-winning New York Times best-selling authors. We'll get to football in a second, but I gave you a topic. My daughter is Lainey, and she is 9, and I thought, how about sometimes Lainey cries when she's unsuccessful? How about that? Because we get that all the time, and it's not streaming tears or anything, but it's just, it's kind of the misty thing. It's kind of the dusty, and hey, everything's going to be all right because you're only 9 here. It's all good, but it's tough to get that across.
It is very
kids.
difficult because at that moment, at that time in their life, they think it's the biggest problem, and they're so upset, and nothing is ever going to be right again. And we know that this too shall pass.
Yep.
And there'll be other challenges, more important challenges that she'll have to deal with.
Well, you can get these books, and they're going to have a book signing coming up in Carmel.
We have a book signing tomorrow from 10 to 12, Barnes & Noble in Carmel.
Okay.
We'd love to have you come out.
10 to 12 tomorrow at Barnes & Noble in Barnes & Noble's in Carmel, coming up tomorrow. All right, Tony, I saw you out at the practice yesterday, and you gave a speech. And your speeches are always awesome. I mean, you guys are some of my all-time favorite people, honestly. And really, I've said this to you last year. You and Frank Reich, to me, are just so like this. and I don't know. Yeah. And I told that to Frank. And, Frank is just kind of it. But he's mentioned this a couple of times. He reminds me so much of you. He really does, because there's chaos going everywhere, and he's kind of calm, cool, and collected down the sideline like you.
Well, it's funny. A lot of maybe similarities. I was a quarterback coming up. I played defense back in the NFL, but played quarterback my whole life. Frank was a quarterback, used to being in those situations. I played for Chuck Noll, who was kind of old school. Frank played for Marv Levy, and so we got the same type of training. Christian faith and relying on that. And I think we're similar in a lot of ways, but when Frank came and worked for us, interned for us in 2006 and 2007, you could see what this guy had. He was a smart guy. He's a great communicator. He was a hard worker, but he had a way of relating to players. And I saw that yesterday as he's out there walking around talking, and you see this team coming together. So I'm really excited for the possibilities.
There's no pretension there either. I mean, there's no, hey, you know what? I played the game, so I automatically should be here.
Yeah.
You just don't see that a lot. I mean, he's willing to work at the very bottom and work his way up, and that's where he is right now.
Yeah, no, he's always been that way. We covered them in Philadelphia the year they went to the Super Bowl. I'm working for NBC, and we're getting ready for the Super Bowl, so I'm in there watching practice, watching them perform, and you ever say, boy, there's the offensive coordinator, that he's not going to give the impression, hey, I'm in charge, I'm the boss. He's just there to help people, and I think that has really kind of gravitated the players here to him.
What'd you think about being out at camp yesterday? What'd you think about
first
this
thing I'll tell you, let me talk about the facilities. First of all, that place in Westfield, and they're not only practice facility, but the whole sports complex up there is just outstanding and just really a benefit, I think, to the whole community. So that was the first thing that caught my eye. The second thing was the attitude of the players, just willing to work, supporting each other, pulling together. It caught my eye how unified this team is. So I'm really, really excited.
And we've been down paths before with quarterback speculation about injuries and such. It's always difficult to deal with, and now we've been dealing with that for the second time in 3 years around here.
It is tough, but again, I think Frank's background is going to help there. He was a backup quarterback for years with the Buffalo Bills, so he knows what you have to do. And he stepped in for Jim Kelly at times and had tremendous performances and got the Bills 2 Super Bowls. And he has confidence Jacoby Brissett can do that. He wants Andrew Luck back, but he wants Andrew to be comfortable and healthy. So whether that's week 4 of the preseason, week 1 of the regular season, week 5 of the regular season, obviously the sooner the better. But in Frank's mind, we're going to be fine, and nobody can get disappointed because we have a backup quarterback playing, and that comes across to the team. They want Andrew to play, but there's no panic that, if we don't have Andrew, we're not going to win.
What kind of expectations do you have for this Colts team this year?
I think they can be sensational. I really do. I think the defense is going to be better. Second year in the system. They've got some explosive offensive talent. They've got a great offensive line. They're together. And the other thing, I don't see a great complete all-around dominant team out there anywhere in the NFL. So I think the Colts will be right there.
Doing a great job with NBC. The former head coach, the Super Bowl winning coach here that everybody loves, Tony Dungy. His wife Lauren is here as well, because we're also talking about Team Dungy and the books. I'll show this on Facebook Live right now too. We Choose You and Carson Chooses Forgiveness. I mentioned how you came up with Carson Chooses Forgiveness. How about We Choose You? Where was the subject matter? Who came up with this between you two? A family effort, I guess.
Adoption is near and dear to our hearts.
Sure it is. Yeah.
It's a story that we've wanted to write for many years. And so we had the opportunity to talk about adoption, the beauty of it, and how it's such a natural thing. We jumped at that chance to use our platform, and I believe that we have encouraged a lot of families, those who have adopted, those who are considering, or people who just know others that are adopting.
Is it fair for me to say that this might be the one that it could be so far the closest to both of your hearts?
Absolutely,
is that fair?
It is. It's definitely one that we love, and we've enjoyed writing and talking about it.
It is funny, Tony, how being an author and doing things like this, as we see again on Facebook Live, also, it's what you do in football. It's just like learning experiences that you can put to good use in other aspects. It's amazing.
It really is. That's the whole thing you're trying to do as a coach. How can you paint a picture and describe something to your team that they can visualize and utilize and make themselves better? And that's the whole, I think, our goal in writing is get these kids to get a picture, visualize it, and improve.
All right, you're signing 10 until noon tomorrow, Carmel at Barnes and Nobles up there. So go check out the Dungies up there tomorrow. It'll be a fantastic time, I promise you. What is the future? You mentioned you want to get a couple more volumes out.
We'd love to write more books, so we'll probably go to work on that.
How long does it take you to put one together, Lauren?
Longer than what you would expect.
I bet. I would imagine.
There are rules for writing children's books, and we have to really agree on the topic and how we're going to explain that story and share that. And it's always told through the eyes of a child or children. So we have to think like a child, but yet get that message across so that they leave with something other than just an entertaining story.
So what you're saying that there's research beyond just the research
Absolutely.
for the book itself. How
word count, vocabulary, how you're going to tell the story,
right.
and putting the illustrations together with the story. Unfortunately, we don't have to worry about that. Guy Wolick has been with us on this whole series, and he's phenomenal illustrator. So, but it's a process.
How often have you had to take anything out yet because of the word rule here? How many you want to put in? Is there anything that you've had to take out, or you put back?
We've certainly had to edit a lot of our material.
That's probably better to say. Yeah. Edit.
And
figure out a better way to say things that a 7-year-old could understand.
We have great ideas, and then we kind of read it over. We have other people edit the book, and then maybe go back and change some things. But we're always happy with the final product.
Barnes & Noble tomorrow up in Carmel, 10 until noon. Where else can folks find
the books? Are available in any bookstore. So go out and get the books.
It is awesome. Again, the Dungies
certainly can order online too. Amazon and any of those places. TeamDungy.com.
Okay,
will tell you
that's
everywhere
awesome.
They're available.
TeamDungy.com. We got Team Dungy in studio with us right now too. What do you think about the rest of the NFL going into this season too?
I think there's going to be some adaptation and handling some of the rule changes. What I've found out talking to the coaches is the collective bargaining agreement, just how you can practice. This is all new to me. Certain days you can have pads, certain days you can't. You have to have rest periods now, how to do it and get the most out of your team. But there's no teams that really have everything that you need. Everybody's dealing with salary cap, and everybody's got a few flaws. So how do you maximize your strengths and minimize your weaknesses? There are a few teams that do that really well, but it's going to be a fun year.
How would you handle the challenge flag on pass interference?
That's going to be interesting. I've watched the games now. I've seen plays that I know should have been challenged, but the coach wasn't aware of it. Others, you say, why is he challenging that? There's no way that's going to be overturned. That's just a wasted timeout. So I think coaches are going to have to adjust to that. But I'm not a fan of replay anyway, but I'm really not a fan of replaying judgment calls. I think it's going to be just a Pandora's box that I'm predicting the NFL will do away with it next year.
I absolutely agree with you. There was once upon a time I was for replay, and I was talked into the technology, but that's just how dumb I am at that moment, because now we're here. I think the Pandora's box is already open because we're going, Tony, where we're going with this right now.
I'm waiting for the play where they're reviewing a pass interference, maybe a big play in a championship game or a Super Bowl, and they can get that right, but there's a blatant holding penalty or a man in motion or something that should be called that wasn't on the same play, and they say, well, we can fix one, but we can't fix the other one, and it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense to me.
I completely agree. How long did it take you when replay was installed in the NFL to get used to it as a coach?
The first game of replay in 1999, the very first game, there were 2 bad replay calls in that game. I got fined $10,000 after the first game, saying that, I don't mind officials making mistakes when it's a bang-bang, but when you have a minute and a half to look at it and you still make a mistake, I don't know if those guys should be officiating. Commissioner Tagliabue fined me $10,000. My dad called me and said he's absolutely right. He should have fined you $20,000. That was my last comment I ever made about replay.
It's tough though, because and for you, it started out you didn't have somebody up there that was trying to analyze. Now you got everybody up there, and people's jobs are just to look at absolutely everything.
It's totally not fair because everything in football is based on an equal playing field. But when you're at home, you get all the replays. If you want to see something, you want to challenge, your home video board person is going to put all those calls up for you. The coach who's away, he doesn't see that. If there's a questionable call, what's up on the board? The fans or a note to someone. And you're saying, what are they showing? What did they have? What angles did they have? And you don't know. So that part of it I don't like. It's just not fair across the board.
In this era, too, since we watch what's going on with Antonio Brown in Oakland, we've seen what's going on in Pittsburgh. How would you handle this era's diva wide receiver? Would you want to?
This era of social media, I think, has changed things. These players now are trying to create a brand, and they're trying to be individuals, and that goes against what you're trying to build as a coach for a team. So really getting that across to people that, hey, we want to put team first. We want players who are going to put team first. I think that really puts an emphasis on your scouting department to find those guys. Don't necessarily bring me the most talented guy. Bring me those team first players and we'll win.
So you would definitely put a premium on, he may be this much better, but we'll take this player because they don't have the baggage with them.
Absolutely. That's one of the big reasons I came away from yesterday's practice encouraged. I walked in, I'm shaking hands with people that I knew in the Colts complex. I went and talked to our equipment men who are still there from my era, and John Scott and those guys told me, Coach, you would love this group. Coach Reich is bringing in the right type of guys. We've got a close-knit locker room, and that makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, it's Tony Dungy, Lauren Dungy in studio with us, too. Final time for the book signing tomorrow, then I'll let you guys go because I know you guys got a lot of stuff to do today. Could you have coached? I know it'd be more difficult, but could you have coached in the heart as we are now of social media, having to deal with that, and then just your roster and games and all this in general?
I think so, but again, it's just putting a premium on getting the right types of guys because you still are going to have the Robert Mathises and the Adam Vinatieri's that are just team first all the way. Even, though there's social media, even though all that's out there, you get the right type of guys and you've got, I think, a big advantage.
Before I let you go, too, a lot of people have questioned because of the 2 out of the last 3 years what's transpired with the quarterback position here, and some have questioned the Colts and, are they being completely honest, and have questioned Jim Irsay. You know Jim as well as anybody, and I always say this, that is not what's going on here because nobody wants to see this team thrive and win as much as the owner of this team.
No, he really does, and so does everyone there, and I think what the public has to understand is you don't always know, especially medically, what's happening. I'll give you a great example. Our Super Bowl year, we're playing Thanksgiving weekend. Dallas Clark gets hurt. He goes down. I walk out on the field. The doc says, hey, this has every sign of an ACL injury. I come in for my press conference. All I can say is, hey, Dallas Clark, it's hurt. We'll get the information later, but I don't know exactly what's going on. 2 days go by, and it's still the ACL. He's going to have surgery. 5 minutes to 4, we were getting ready to put Dallas on IR. Doc calls me back. hey, we got another test. It looked like an ACL. Don't put Dallas on IR. It's not an ACL. It's just a strain. He's going to be okay. 6 weeks later, he's in the Super Bowl. But
5 minutes away.
Yeah, we're 5 minutes away from putting him on IR. And, another test, another MRI, something that they did. So you don't always know. And we'd like to let the public know. And we know they're concerned about Andrew, but you don't always know. So it's not that they're hiding things. It's not that they don't want – sometimes you just don't know until you find out.
And that certainly seems like the case here. How was it talking to Peyton again yesterday?
Oh, it was fun. He's always great. And we actually got to share some time at the Hall of Fame. He's doing this 100-year anniversary. He and I got to walk through the Hall of Fame and stop at some bus of guys that he knew and I knew and talk about what their impact on the league was. So he's doing great.
Would you guess in the next 5 years he might be a part of an NFL organization?
I think he wants to. I think there's a certain side of him that wants to. But there's that other 10% that says if I do that and jump into it, 100 miles an hour, I don't know if this is the right time for him family-wise to do that.
It's Tony Dungy. Who's your Super Bowl? Have you picked it yet?
Can't pick yet.
That's probably NBC rules on me right
there. But I have to see him in the regular season, see what these teams look like.
Understand. All right, Lauren, you guys got a busy day, rested today, and then a busy day tomorrow, 10 until noon for the book signing up in Carmel.
We're in Barnes & Nobles in Carmel.
And the books are called Carson Chooses Forgiveness and We Choose You. Team Dungy wrote this, Tony and Lauren. You're going to love it. I mean, kids are absolutely going to love it. Mothers and fathers are going to love it. And as we talked about last year, my wife is an educator, thinks they're fantastic. You guys are the absolute best, seriously. Absolute best.
You.
And I always so much. I love this time of year because I know you guys are going to come in and we're going to get to talk about a lot of things. And I love it, seriously. I mean, I need both sides. We need the bright lights of this stuff instead of going through some of the junk we have to go through on a daily basis. Thanks for providing that, too.
Absolutely. Our pleasure.
Lauren, thank you. Tony, it's always great to see you, too.
Thank you. We'll talk during the year.
Yeah, sure. we'll talk about your NBC gig, and we'll see what the Colts are doing then. Thank you.
All right. Sounds good.
It's, Tony and Lauren Dungy in studio with us. Team Dungy. Carson Chooses Forgiveness. We Choose You. Book signing tomorrow. Barnes & Nobles in Carmel from 10 until noon. Go check them out. This is always a pleasure. All right, a lot to play off of that. We'll come back on the other side. Clint Boyer from NASCAR is going to join us coming up a little bit later on there in Bristol coming up this weekend. The Cup Series coming up. And that situation with Dale Earnhardt was scary. We'll talk to him about that and more coming up in the 4 o'clock hour. Back with you next.
Hey, Brooke Hubler here with Dan Dockich. Do you love summer as much as I do?
You know it. It's the perfect time for vacations and barbecues.
It's also the perfect time to get summer savings at Hubler.
You got it. Save on over 2,500 Hubler cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock, including 200 under $10,000.
Right now, lease a new 19 Silverado only $162 per month. A new 19 Equinox only $131 per month. Even a new 19 Trax only $69 per month. All with our massive 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty.
Hubler is Indiana's Chevy giant because they're home to the largest selection of Chevys in all of Indiana.
Hubler has it all at 5 Hubler Chevy locations. Let my family help yours find new roads. Call us at 888-221-5101 or click drivehublerchevy.com.
Hubler has it. Hubler has it all.
39-month lease up to $29.95 total due in inception. On select models plus tax, title, and fees. See dealer for full details.
Big laughs arrive at a small package this weekend at Helium Comedy Club when Brad Williams commands the mic this Thursday through Saturday. You know Brad from the hilarious Netflix special The Degenerates and appearances on Jimmy Kimmel Live and the Joe Rogan Experience. Helium Comedy Club is located downtown at the corner of Georgia and Meridian next to Burger Study in the Circle Center Mall. For more information on upcoming shows or for tickets, visit heliumcomedy.com. That's heliumcomedy.com. Helium Comedy Club. Eat, drink, and be entertained.
It takes courage to talk with that someone special when there are problems in the bedroom. Erectile dysfunction, or PE, can shatter your confidence and make your relationship challenging. You can put an end to these issues. Have the courage to make just one confidential visit to the Indianapolis Men's Clinic and get that spark back in your relationship. The doctors at the Indianapolis Men's Clinic offer the latest solutions for all ED and PE issues, and you'll see results in your first visit, or there's no charge. Call 999-9000 to meet with their licensed providers. No matter your age or your conditions, diabetes, high blood pressure, prostate cancer, low testosterone causing your issue, it doesn't matter. They can help. Call the Indianapolis Men's Clinic at 999-9000. That's 999-9000 or online at indymensclinic.com. Have the courage to take that first step. Indianapolis Men's Clinic, your key to a better life.
Join Indiana Sports Corp for the 32nd Annual Pathfinder Award Luncheon and Fundraiser presented by One America. Friday, September 6th at the Crane Bay Event Center, honoring NASCAR Hall of Famer Jeff Gordon, local philanthropist Cindy Simon Scott, and Indianapolis Stars Greg Doyle with the inaugural Inspiring Sports Storyteller Award. Individual tickets and tables are on sale now and supports Indiana Sports Corp's mission of advancing our community through sports. Reserve your seats at indianasportscorp.org.
Big news from Darren Andrews, PAI Medical Group Clinic Director and one of my favorite former Indianapolis football players, Rick DeMulling.
That's right, JMV. Rick DeMulling chose WeGrowHairIndy.com to grow his hair back.
Yeah, got linked up with JMV, and he highly recommend I call.
Well, I can't speak enough of my results and the way that I was treated.
I'm giving it my best shot. We are throwing everything PAI has at it.
And like you, JMV, Rick will have our trademark multi-unit hair grafting procedure.
Great!
PRP and laser treatments.
That's right, I'm tackling hair loss.
Rick, it's resodding the playing field. PAI's got football players now. Resod the playing field.
JMV, I'm tackling hair loss.
Schedule your free evaluation with our friend Darren Andrews at WeGrowHairIndy.com or call 888-724-5129. That's 888-724-5129.
Go to my VIP page, see my procedure, and keep up with my progress.
Go to WeGrowHairIndy.com. That's 888-724-5129.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers. If you owe the IRS or state back taxes and cannot afford to pay them back, there's good news. Due to the financial hardship many are facing in today's economy, the IRS has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative. Qualifying for this program will resolve your tax problem, end all collections, and possibly reduce your back taxes by up to 90%. If you are facing wage garnishments, liens, bank levies, audits, or payroll taxes, it's not too late. Your circumstances may qualify you for this special program, protecting your savings and your assets. If you owe the IRS or state back taxes and cannot afford to pay them back, there's no need to worry anymore. Call the hotline at Victory Tax Solutions to see if you qualify and potentially save thousands. For this free information, call 800-222-1963. 800-222-1963. That's 800-222-1963.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
It's Big Joe. Right now, for every window you buy, you get the next one free. No limits and 0% financing for 36 months. Call 317-659-8191 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
No matter how it happened, Caliber Collision makes it like it never did. The nation's largest collision repair company, rated among the highest in customer satisfaction, restoring the rhythm of your life.
The Ride with JMV.
I don't understand a word you just said.
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
I know he's dying to get out here and be back as soon as he can, and I'm pulling for him to be healthy for week one when it really matters and counts, and I feel pretty good about him being out there.
It's Peyton Manning from yesterday. He was out at Colts camp. How is it? I need to start every show with the Dungies in here. I really do. Every show. Remember, 10 until noon tomorrow, Barnes & Noble up in Carmel is where they will both be, and you can slide by, get your book signed, meet them. You're not going to find any nicer folks than them. You're just not. And I've said this before. I told Kyle this during the break. I wanted Tony Dungy to be the coach here forever. It's interesting how it worked its way back around with somebody that is so parallel to Tony Dungy as the head coach now. Because it's true. I said this to Tony last year, and I said this to Frank at the end of last year. They remind me personality-wise of one another. But the Tony stuff just now, I mean, if you missed his thoughts on instant replay, which I absolutely agree with, I mean, he is predicting absolute mayhem and failure during the season on this. Being able to go back and challenge judgment calls. Oh, this is going to be great. And by I mean great, I mean not good. How about the Dallas Clark story? Have I just missed that? That seemed new on me. Super Bowl 41 year, Dallas Clark injured. They were 5 minutes from putting him on injured reserve. And then all of a sudden, they got a different, new, more accurate diagnosis and did not. I can't remember that. Maybe that's been said. But that was awesome right there. I could start every day. Tony's is really good. Lauren's really good. I put the whole Laney thing out there. I'm sure I'm going to get in trouble when I get home for that. The title of the book. That's funny. No, but that's good. Tomorrow, 10 until noon, Barnes and Noble up in Carmel. Enjoy it. This is from Jason. Hey, JMV, tell Tony and Lauren that I love their advocacy for being a foster parent. As a fellow foster parent, I appreciate them. See you at your golf outing next month, Jason. That is awesome. Thank you for going. Hey, we're on the move here. We still got early bird pricing, but so many of you are jumping on. Please continue to do so. I've got to reach like 180 this year, and it's not so much about me reaching 180. It's that we went larger this year because we wanted to add more golfers. Past couple of years, it just we needed a bigger location, and that's what we got. So now it's 180 golfers, but it's all for Teachers Treasures. It's all for our local educators. And please, if you have time, anytime whatsoever on September the 16th, join us at Legends down in Franklin. And thank you to Ted Bishop. And we're going to have a great day of happy Gilmore-esque golf, fun-loving golf, great food, all you can eat, all you can drink. And we're going to raise money for our friends at Teachers Treasures. So please, do it right now. And if you don't have a foursome, just let me know, and we will find you a foursome. September the 16th, early bird pricing is online right now, 1075thefan.com. Thank you, Jason, for being a part. JMV, please thank Tony and Lauren for their incredible contributions to adoption. Please send regards from Joel. Just two outstanding folks. The Tony stories about that story about Dallas Clark, I guess I do not recollect it. Maybe it's been told before. Dawn says, I could listen to Tony Dungy all day. Great stuff. Me too. You know how much better they would be than me here? I mean, I'm barely adequate against anybody, much less that. This is really good. JMV, really enjoyed the interview with Tony Dungy. They're a class act, or the Dungies in this case, a class act. Thanks for having them on, Dale. Thanks for listening, Dale. To news today, how about Derwin James? Out for an indefinite period of time, which doesn't sound good. Keenan Allen was dinged up yesterday. He is out until at least September. I mean, all of a sudden you look at the interesting situation going on here with Andrew Luck, but look at the LA Chargers. I mean, all of a sudden, you got Melvin Gordon out. You got Derwin James more than likely. I would assume right now that he misses that home opener against the Colts, and then Keenan Allen maybe too. Maybe. So they got some issues. It's from Jeremiah. Hey, JMV, I totally agree with Coach Dungy about the new replay rule. It is going to be a disaster, and I don't like it. And listen, I own stuff, and I know I've said in the past, and I told Tony this as well, I've said in the past, hey, you know what? Embrace technology, but for a long time now, I've been an advocate of replay sucking, and I'm sick of it, and I don't want any more sucking, and I'm done with it. And they're just going to continue to add layers to it. Continue to add layers. So I'd agree. I wish I'd have never said that. That's too bad. Coming up in the 4 o'clock hour, Clint Boyer's going to join us. Pat Sullivan's in studio at 4:30. Mike Wells at 5 o'clock today. I've got Meek Mill and future tickets to give away. That is coming at you. Thank you. Look at my picture right there. You got two great-looking people, and I'm right there. I got try a little harder from somebody with the handle. Can you imagine what this somebody is? Pray for Liberal 1. I bet this might be the biggest jackass ever right here. I bet. I'm just guessing. I mean, come on. I'm just guessing. I bet I don't even have to click on to what we're all talking about on this thing. Can you just imagine? But I will try harder. Thank you very much. Hey, JMV, you were out there yesterday. It's really bad about Reese Fountain. I feel bad for a kid who was having a great camp. So did I. And just to be out there, we were talking actually off the air with Tony, who was out there too. And he had had a conversation with him right before the start of practice. And, that happens. And, I mean, you just heard it out there. That's what's bad. A lot of you were right there in the stands and heard it as well. That just sucks. Oh, it does. Hey, my friend Adam Ritz has the Naughty Yachties playing tonight at the Vogue. Anybody want to dig on any yacht rock tonight? A great band playing yacht rock covers all night long at the Vogue. They are a great time. Go. I'm going to give some tickets away. Anybody want to go? Naughty Yachties. And they are made up of some legendary local musicians. Naughty Yachties. I'm going to do that in just a second. Remind me of that. I'm going to do that every hour. I'll make sure that you're taking care of ticket-wise tonight if you can make it over to the Vogue. This is from Joe. Hey, JMV. Rick Venturi yesterday, Tony Dungy today. The football season is finally here. Man, Rick was so good, and we got Rick every week beginning August the 26th, and he is fired up. You could tell yesterday. Every week beginning the 26th. But he gave you a sneak preview on the show yesterday, and it was absolutely outstanding. Hey, JMV, are you surprised Alice in Chains will open up before Korn? I'm glad they are because I can go watch them and then leave. And nothing against Jonathan Davis and Korn. They seem like a really cool group, but I can watch Alice in Chains and get my old ass home in time. That's great. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. So that's a good thing. Sometimes it's better to be the opening act. And I think this is a case that is one. Let me take a break and come back. Does anybody want to go to the Vogue tonight? Anybody go see the Naughty Yachties at the Vogue? Go ahead and grab me caller 7 here when we go to a break, Kyle. And I want to give somebody the opportunity. I'm all about fun, all about entertainment, and that's going to be fun and entertaining. Naughty Yachties tonight at the Vogue. How about it? 239-1070, number 7. Make sure you can go because I don't want to hand these out and then have you not show up. But I want you to go. Naughty Yachties tonight at the Vogue. Be a great time. Promise me. And then tell me how the experience goes. Number 7, if you can go tonight. 239-1070. Clint Boyer a little bit after 4. Pat Sullivan with hashtag Ask Pat in the 4 o'clock hour. And Mike Wells coming at you in the 5. Tomorrow, I got a little pre-gaming going. And I'm in Touchdown Town tomorrow. 1 o'clock tomorrow. I got to be on at 1 o'clock. And, of course, that is preseason game 2 against the Browns. Big Joe and I and others, Touchdown Town tomorrow. Look for us there. Keep in mind that caller 7 for the Vogue and the Naughty Yachties tonight. We'll get that and come back with you at 239-1070 next.
Powered by the Hubler Auto Group, a dealer to help the people. Shopping for a new or used vehicle? Click drivehubler.com for Indiana's largest selection and best deals. Hubler has it all.
The NHRA Nationals are coming to Lucas Oil Raceway, and The Fan is giving you a chance to be in the pits with Big Joe. Log on to 1075thefan.com for your chance to qualify.
Warning. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Your world moves fast. Welcome to Velo, the nicotine product that was made to keep up. Velo is the modern take on nicotine. They're pouches that are made for you, made for right now. Because with no spit, no smoke, and no hassles, there are no limits to where you can go. So whatever your destination is, Velo's ready. Velo, no limits. Visit Velo.com. Website restricted to age 21 plus tobacco consumers. Underage sale prohibited.
All right, it's Window Nation's anniversary sales event. This event can only happen once a year, so Window Nation is pulling out all the stops. 60% off any style window. You heard that right, 60% plus 0% interest for 60 months, 5 years, same as cash payments. Why? Well, because they love their great customers, and what better way to celebrate their anniversary than giving you the best prices they can. Since Window Nation first opened, they've had the pleasure of installing, listen to this, over 450,000 windows in over 80,000 beautiful homes, saving families over $40 million in energy bills. So they thank you for your business, for over 10,000 positive online reviews and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. It's their anniversary, but it's you, their customers, listeners, who keep them going year in and year out by putting your trust in them, saving unheard of 60% off any style window plus 0% for 60 months. Limited offer. Their teams will be working overtime to keep up with the demand. Call 866-90-NATION now or visit windownation.com.
You forget something?
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to be able to pick up Braden tonight after practice.
Oh, did something come up at work?
Nah, not even going to make it in today.
Why? What's going on?
Well, I'm coming up on some construction in about a quarter mile. I've already started ignoring the signs. In a minute, I'll force my way through traffic while texting. I'll pull the wheel a little too far and drive right through the barrels where I'm going to hit a few workers. One of them is going to get killed, so then I'm going to be arrested and charged with vehicular manslaughter.
No one plans on having an accident, but you can plan to avoid one. Read the signs. Slow down. Stay alert.
This is Joe Bulk, business manager of Labor's Local 204. Every year, not only do accidents in the construction zone kill and injure workers, they can also cost you, the driver, thousands of dollars and time in jail.
A message from Indiana Laborers International Union of North America and affiliated locals.
Korn and Alice in Chains with special guests Under Oath and Fever 333. Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center, August 20th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Korn and Alice in Chains. Part of the Coors Light concert series.
Hey, BullseyeEventGroup.com and the Colts VIP Tailgate. Did you know that Kyle Kinnett is doing something that he has never done before? He is opening up before the Bears game and having a Colts VIP tailgate. Never in the preseason have they done it. They are doing it coming up next Saturday with BullseyeEventGroup.com. All you can eat, all you can drink inside the Bullseye Event Center, getting you set for preseason Game 3, which is the virtual NFL regular season dress rehearsal for the Bears and the Colts. You can be there. BullseyeEventGroup.com. Get your passes. Get your passes for the first time that the Colts hit the field here coming up in Week 3, and would do that pregame celebration down there as well. The Colts VIP tailgate with BullseyeEventGroup.com. Plus, in December, they have a charter flight going to New Orleans for the Monday Nighter. That and a lot more, which is a great gift-giving idea with the holiday season coming up in December. Right now, you can find that Colts VIP tailgate and the first ever Colts VIP tailgate for a preseason game a week from Saturday. Get all that and more right now. BullseyeEventGroup.com.
Calling all Bobs. IndianaUnclaimed.gov and the Office of the Indiana Attorney General may have money for you. In fact, we owe people named Bob more than $3.4 million. In all, we have nearly $500 million ready to return to deserving Hoosiers like Bob. And you, do we have money for you or the Bob in your life? Find out at IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's worth a look. See and search for yourself. IndianaUnclaimed.gov.
I'm Drew. I think freedom and financial stability go hand in hand.
At KeyBank, we believe it's never too early to start thinking about making financial progress.
As a college student, I run into a lot of expenses, so having a bank that helps me to manage my personal finances helps a lot.
KeyBank's digital tools help you make, then manage your budget, so you always know where you stand.
Budgeting your money isn't always the easiest thing, but by using the KeyBank mobile app and seeing where your money's being spent on a regular basis, it allows you to establish the amount of money that you can put towards different things. And that's more money that you can spend on things that you care about. To have freedom to spend your money the way you want to, the only way you can do that is by being financially stable.
Get $300 when you open a qualifying checking account and set up direct deposit. Offer details at key.com/get300 or your local branch. Must be enrolled in online banking to use the mobile app. Message and data rates from your wireless provider may apply. KeyBank is member FDIC.
Hey, Backyard Bourbon Broadcast, the final one is coming up. I'm assuming it's next week. I'm assuming here that we draw next week, but you still have time to sign up for the Evan Williams Backyard Bourbon Broadcast with Evan Williams with the hydration featuring Connecticut water and all-you-can-eat food, mark and wings, etc. with the providing food arrangement for you and 30 of your friends in your backyard. I bring the radio show. DJ Skids provides some music for us as well. It is the best party you've ever been around, and it could be in your backyard again with us at Evan Williams. I want you to log on 1075thefan.com right now and sign up because we are going to pick a winner next week, and we want to party with you. I promise you a great time. It is the Backyard Bourbon Broadcast. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Brent, and all my friends involved in this. It's going to be a fantastic month of August. Backyard Bourbon Broadcast brought to you by Evan Williams. Sign up right now, 1075thefan.com.
Sports Center updates on the Fan are brought to you by Big O Tires. Save $150 by purchasing 4 Big O brand tires with qualifying purchase on your Big O credit card. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Coming up on Monday's Fan Morning Show, we go in-depth on Colts-Browns preseason game number 2. We'll talk IndyCar, Indy 11, and the latest on the baseball standings. We get started at 7.
The Ride with JMV.
Well, we're waiting.
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
My man D. Bear's going. There you go. Ooh, Clint Boyer after 4 with us. What do they call it? Thunder Valley? Bristol night race coming up tomorrow night. I had to watch the Truck Series race because of Blake T last night. I think Blake's got a crush on Natalie Decker and Haley Deegan. I get too many requests from my son about wanting to get Haley Deegan on the show. I feel bad, Natalie Decker. Every time I watch a race with him, she ends up like wrecked every time. That was last night. Xfinity Series tonight. And the Monster Cup Series coming up tomorrow night. And just on the inside of the playoff picture would be Clint Boyer, the 14 Ford, driving that should be a great time for Stewart Haas Racing. And he needs to maintain with guys right on him right now. Clint Boyer is going to join us coming up a little bit after 4. Pat Sullivan's going to be in studio next to me at 4:30. Hashtag Ask Pat. Those questions you need to ask, and you can, and I'll get to them. And if I get you on the air with either a call or a tweet or an email, you could win the prize package. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Hashtag Ask Pat at JMV 1070 right now. You shall love it and enjoy it. But Pat's going to join us at 4:30, and Mike Wells is going to be here. And Mike shows up at about 4 o'clock later on today. You know, I mentioned that the Colts obviously are battling and hoping, and you know, fans want to know when Andrew Luck, if Andrew Luck's going to be ready. I will say this. I think things have changed in the past 48 hours compared to the way that you felt right after. It was Tuesday night, had the teleconference with Chris Ballard. Things still, I think, have gone for the better right now. We'll see. We shall see. But, I mean, the Chargers got all kinds of issues here. Keenan Allen, now Derwin James, the holdout that continues with Melvin Gordon. Yeah, there's a lot there. All right, Kyle, should I listen to this? Should I get Natalie Decker on? I'm going to let my kid do that. I think he's got a crush on Natalie Decker and Haley Deegan. And it's nothing against, I just don't know them. So we'll find out. JMV. I wish I could go to the Vogue tonight. Well, try to get in here, Jeremy. It'd be great if you can go to the Vogue. See the naughty yachties. Get my man Rich on a little bit later on, tell you all about it. JMV, the Tony Dungy, Lauren Dungy conversation was outstanding, and I love the Dallas Clark story. How about that? 5 minutes until he was going on IR back in Super Bowl 41 season, and then there was a change in the diagnosis. And not a second opinion, but a deeper look that everything was going to be okay. All right, I won't play that on the air then. That's probably the smart money right there. Thank you. Hey, JMV, did you get asked to do the celebrity chef thing? Yes, somebody asked me this. I think it was Emma. For the Children's Bureau. I think I'll do that. You know, they asked me to do it, and I said, sure, whatever. Emma, I'm all about it. Would absolutely love to help. I think I was asked by Moffat. I think Moffat from 13 was the one that was asking, though, so thank you. Hey, JMV, what did you think about the Cubs last night? Well, the bullpen got them again. They were swept, and Bryce Harper hit one to the stinking moon, which was incredible and bad for Cubs fans. I mean, to the moon last night. The one thing overall, and I don't dig on Bryce Harper, and I'm not any kind of Phillies honk fan, anything, but why in the world you don't realize, if you're the Phillies, that those are the uniforms that you should wear full-time is beyond me, because nothing they ever put on compares to that look last night. And the same goes for the Cardinal uniforms with that color of blue. But for the Phillies, that color of blue and that shade of red for the helmet should be worn at all times. No argument, no debate. That's it. I mean, there are some things that you have to understand. Like, I think the Colts should wear what they have and never change. I think the Bears should wear what they have and never change. I know they've added the orange jerseys and things, but always with the C. There's some folks that should never change. The Phillies should have never changed from that, and certainly should run back to that right now. It's like the Buccaneers. I could never. It is so sick to watch a Buccaneers game with that crap that they wear now and not going back to the creamsicles. I should have asked Tony Dungy about that back in his days at Tampa. How in the world can anybody be an advocate of the Buccaneers wearing that garbage they wear now compared to the greatness and really the greatest NFL uniforms of all time? I mean, that is as much as a travesty as the Dolphins wearing that stupid logo on their helmet that they wear now with the modern era Dolphin. This is bullcrap. Give the fans what they want. No, I'm sorry. Give me what I want, and then give the fans what they want. Yeah, I know the Reds got it done last night, didn't they? Reds beat the Cardinals at home. Another game later on tonight. So, yeah, I mean, if you're a Reds fan, you're probably thrilled. Yeah, the Reds just kind of dangle you around a little bit. Dangling around, hey, they're really good, hey, they're not. I thought it all fell apart on Sunday, and then you got that sweep with the Nationals, and unfortunately that's the case. Sonny Gray has looked really good, though. All right, quick break. We'll come back. You, me, other side. Clint Boyer currently inside the playoff picture in the Monster Energy Cup Series, and, of course, they're in Bristol this weekend. Pat Sullivan in the 4 o'clock hour and Mike Wells after 5. Sit tight. We're back with you next.
It's the Fan Morning Show with Jeff and Big Joe.
In another area, it's a bone. I'm not good at these things, but it's called Mo.
So it's Mo. Something Mo.
Something
Mo.
Mo.
It's a Mo.
All right, well, listeners will know.
Mo bone.
Somebody's got a Mo injury.
A Mo bone.
A Mo bone.
Got a Mo bone.
Got a Mo bone injury.
The Fan Morning Show with Jeff and Big Joe. Weekday mornings 7 till 10. Only on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Quit eating your burgers off a coffee table. If you want to eat a burger, put it on a bar. Follow your instincts to B-dubs for the new All-American Cheeseburger. Fresh, juicy beef smashed till it's crispy around the edges, covered in gooey cheese, and stacked to the ceiling with deliciousness. And knock that baby down with a frosted beer at the bar. Just like the sports gods intended. The new All-American Cheeseburger at Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Please drink responsibly.
Hey, let's get you some Connecticut water. Here's a great way to do it. It's John here for Connecticut. And Joe, John, and Dennis have given me a blueprint and you a plan to make sure you have the best water, and that is Connecticut water. By the way, quick shout out to Austin Austin brought 10 bags of salt over my joint the other day. Austin, great job from Connecticut. Thank you. But here's how it can help you. All right, got a triple play going for you. Premier Series water softener, in-home drinking water station, and the state-of-the-art leak detection system. All three. And you get $1,500 off. Oh, don't suffer with bad water, hard water, stinky water, bad tasting water, dinging up your whites when you wash your clothes water. None of that scaly residue and film on your bod after a shower. None of it. Get the best with Connecticut, and now's the time. That triple play, and you get $1,500 off. 2 locations, Northeast Side, Castleton, South Side, US 31 and Southport Road, and online, ConnecticutIndy.com today.
August 2nd through 18th, your Indiana State Fair celebrates heroes in the heartland.
Today, your Indiana State Fair honors Heroes of Courage for National Guard Day. Don't miss your chance to meet DC Comics' Batman from noon to 6 p.m. Then catch another free concert on the Bet Indiana Free Stage with Everclear. Join us for the final weekend of your Indiana State Fair.
Heroes in the Heartland, presented by Indiana Donor Network at your Indiana State Fair.
Plants capture CO2. What if we could help industrial plants capture it too? Think how we could help lower emissions. More and more scientists think carbon capture is key to reducing CO2 emissions globally. It's one way ExxonMobil is helping industrial plants be more like plants. That's the unexpected energy of ExxonMobil.
Hey, John here. Big laughs. Arrive in a small package. Actually, yesterday is when Brad got into town, and he's going to be there tonight and tomorrow. Helium Comedy Club. That's downtown. As Brad gets the mic, it's Brad Williams, of course, and you know him from his hilarious Netflix special called The Degenerates and appearances. He's been on Jimmy Kimmel Live and the podcast everybody loves, The Joe Rogan Experience. Helium Comedy Club is located downtown, the corner of Georgia and Meridian, next to Burger Study. It's in the Circle Center Mall. It is a fantastic time, and you're going to be laughing with Brad Williams tonight and tomorrow down there. For more info on upcoming shows or for tickets, visit heliumcomedy.com. That's heliumcomedy.com. Helium Comedy Club. Eat, drink, and be entertained.
Church Brothers Collision Repair is proud to have brought our community unparalleled service for more than 80 years. And the road ahead has never looked better under our new name, Caliber Collision. The same local faces and next-level expertise you've grown to expect are now backed by the nation's #1 in collision repair. Our name may be changing, but our commitment to restoring the rhythm of your life is here to stay. Same high standards, all new name. Church Brothers Collision Repair is now Caliber Collision.
Hoosier fans, Indiana football tickets are on sale now for the 2019 season. IU football hosts 6 home games this fall, including matchups against Big Ten East rivals, the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Michigan Wolverines. Fans can purchase single-game tickets as low as $20 and $200 for season tickets. For complete ticket information, visit IUHoosiers.com today. Go IU!
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
An effective defense often hinges on sophisticated strategies relating to income tax projections, business valuations, spousal support claims. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Indianapolis area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 317-322-0122 or visit online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Indianapolis. Cordell & Cordell, 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1100, Indianapolis, Indiana 46204.
This is Indy Sports Center. WFNI, WIBC, HD2, W298BB, W228CX, Indianapolis.
Hey, join me on Monday. We're going to talk about the Colts as it gets closer to maybe cutting some guys. Colts over the weekend. We'll talk about it on Monday, and I can't wait to do so. Join me, noon to 3, Dan Dockage.
The Ride with JMV.
Awesome! Totally
All right, Hamilton.
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
2-2 with the bases loaded and one out.
Oh, my God.
Deep to right field. Way up there and way out of here. Second deck walk-off home run. Grand slam, Bryce Harper. Wow! The Phillies have come from behind to win it 7-5.
Oh, the Phillies television network. Oh, my God. You know, I tried to work in something like that with our friend Matt Taylor. I wanted him to go, holy crap, one time. Holy crap! I think everybody could take that, couldn't they? Holy crap, what a play. He wasn't on board with it, though. He wasn't on board. He's a little more, hold on a second. He's a lot more professional than I. Holy crap. I mean, oh my God, holy crap works. That thing was orbiting the moon last night.
Oh, my God.
You know, listen to this hit the bat, though. Play it one more time.
Oh, my God.
Good Lord. And I know the microphone's right there on the plate and everything. But listen to this one more time. Listen to this Bryce Harper. I mean, it was Derek Holland that was pitching for the Cubs last night. Listen to this ball hit the bat.
Oh, my God.
Dang. Sounds like we just amplified it. Oh, my God. Oh, that's good. Oh, bad for the Cubs fans. I'm not celebrating on behalf of everybody else versus the Cubs here. I'm not. And I don't, certainly not a big fan of Bryce Harper, but good Lord, that thing was hit. And I mean hit a ton. It was funny. He stood there and broke all the baseball tight-ass curmudgeon rules by watching it a little bit. But let me just tell you this. If you're going to hit it that far, you should be able to stand there and watch it however long you want. Now, he made up for it because he sprinted like 90 miles an hour around the bases. But if you hit it that far, you absolutely should be allowed to watch it. And if anybody has a problem with it, then lump it. And I know that he was probably wondering if it was going to go foul, but hell, you probably lost sight of it. He hit it so damn far. I don't know. All these old school baseball. Here's what you can't do. Back in my day, they wouldn't do that. So, come on. Reds win last night, too. The Reds beat the Cardinals. That series continues at Great American Ballpark tonight through the weekend. Clint Boyer is going to join us coming up here in a little under 5 minutes, I think, or so. We'll talk to Clint about what's going on with Newman Haas. Check Newman Haas. Where did that come from? Stuart Haas. I was just making fun of old people, and then I just dropped one in there from the 90s. Way to go. Clint Boyer, Stuart Haas Racing. And he's on the inside right now. See, I am aware of this, though. I'm aware that even if that was hit against the Reds, I think you're allowed to watch that thing go as long as you can watch that thing go. Oh, my God. But, man, I mean, even the sound was...
Oh, my God.
JMV Harper destroyed my soul last night. That was a regular season loss I've ever experienced since I've been a Cubs fan, going back to 1979. And Larry Bittner never got a hold of one like that, did he, Sherpa? I don't think Mike Vail ever got into one like that either. I think Manny Trio ever hit one like that? Good Lord. Send it out of here. Oh, yeah, we're getting the hashtag Ask Pat stuff here, which is always good, too. Pat Sullivan, bottom of the hour with us. JMV, Bellagio player sends me this. Are you saying they cannot give Luck a cortisone shot right before a game? Suck it up for 3 hours. He's better than 80% of the league at 75% health. Also, per Mort at ESPN, and the Colts' guarded optimism for Week 1 sound like he's playing. Thoughts? I've stuck to his playing thing, and even with what Chris said on Tuesday that kind of sent everybody into a bit of a spin, I think that's I still agree with it. And I thought Manning, I don't think Manning's going to say anything like that if Manning doesn't know a little something. Like I said, I don't think Manning said that yesterday. Do you have that Manning sound again, what he said? I don't think Manning says this yesterday if he doesn't have at least a little bit of insight into it.
I know he's dying to get out here and be back as soon as he can, and I'm pulling for him to be healthy for Week 1 when it really matters and counts, and I feel pretty good about him being out there.
I don't think he says that without having a little bit of window. A little bit of insight. I just don't. I couldn't get Tony Dungy. I tried to. I wanted to. I said, hey, 5 years, Peyton Manning, job for an NFL organization. If I'm Peyton Manning, I probably wouldn't. I think he wants to. I think we all understand that he wants to. And Tony even alluded to that last hour when he was in studio that he wants to, but why would you? I mean, he's already still as noted as anybody. Hell, it's still probably more so than he was actually playing. I mean, all those nationwide commercials, all that. I can kind of understand until you want to wait for the absolute perfect opportunity. JMV, funny how pitchers can pump the fist and acts like a strike out hitters, but can't flip the bat and watch it go out. Yeah, I'm just baseball rules. Baseball, the unwritten rules drive me nuts. It's from Frederick. Harry Carey used to say, holy cow. I'm trying to get Matt to say, holy crap. Would you guys be okay if Matt said, holy crap, on a touchdown pass? Holy, like something that was terrific, not just your garden variety, mind you. I think holy crap will be okay. But I gave that advice to him. I don't think he's going to do it. He's a little more straight-laced and certainly a hell of a lot more professional than me. But I said, yeah, use holy crap. I'm trying to put it in his mind to see if he goes for it one of these days and just kind of, what do they call it? Grows organically. I think a lot of people say that in this business when they don't know what the hell they're talking about and they want something to grow organically. That's what the consultants say. They say, hey, grow organically and then pay me some money. Okay, organic. Big word. Hey, on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline, big weekend down in Bristol. And, of course, you know him as a part of Stewart Haas Racing, the number 14 Ford Monster Energy Series. He's just inside the playoff picture right now. And I don't know if you knew this or not, he's also very outspoken, a fun interview, and a Chiefs fan to boot. Clint Boyer joins us. Hello, Clint. How you doing?
Well, good. The good news is the Chiefs have already grown organically, and all that organics is behind it. And they're ready to kick some organic butt this year. So that is the good news for the Chiefs and me being a Chiefs fan.
All right. So we're in Indy.
Comments on something. What was the organics coming from? When I got on, you were
it's
doing something organically.
Yeah, when something happens that happens spontaneously or surprisingly that wasn't any preparation involved, the consulting world will say it happens organically and then take credit for it. You know what I mean?
How does that become like the new cover up for everything? Like if we're not good right now and we're we are growing organically. I don't know when that happened or why that happened, but that seems like a lawyer. That was a lawyer talk. There's a lawyer involved in this.
Listen, and it's a consultant because at the end of the day, they got to take credit for the stuff. If it happens spontaneously or surprisingly, they got to take full credit for it, don't they? So
we got to go ahead and grow it.
Yeah,
you're right. I heard you talk about right on inside the bubble. It's down to the wire. 3 races to go. There's 3 of us that are battling pretty hard for it. Good times, though, right? that's exciting, keeps you on your toes because it's a big deal. Making these playoffs in our sport, it's just like football or anything else. You don't make the playoffs, you're done. And the only problem is we have to stay out there and keep competing. It'd be like back in the day when the Chiefs would go out the first round of every playoffs, they'd have to still get on the field and put their pads on and watch everybody else race. That's what we have to do, and it really sucks. So I want to be in the playoffs, and I want to be racing for a championship.
Yeah. How do you like the last three venues and beginning tomorrow night under the lights at Bristol, being a part of this and knowing what you know, and you guys are so tightly wound between being in and then being on the outside looking in?
Well, first and foremost, it doesn't get a bigger venue than the Bristol Motor Speedway. This night race here has always been the granddaddy. It's so much fun to be able to watch as a fan. I go up in the stands. We'll be up there tonight watching the Xfinity race. These guys will be beating and banging, short track racing at its best under the lights. This is how we all grew up. And, short tracks are what put this sport on the map. It's what enabled us to build those monstrosity racetracks, the 1.5 miles and stuff like that we've all seen. Like my home track in Kansas Speedway, or be able to go to Indianapolis. It was all because of short track. So, super excited to be able to compete here. We've been knocking on the door at this track for quite some time. We run well here, one of my best tracks without a win. And, you can get all this playoff talk out of the way with a win here tomorrow night. It would be good.
He is Clint Boyer joining us. It's funny you mentioned the short tracks, and one of my favorite races ever to watch is one, unfortunately, you guys don't have anymore, or it's not run anymore, was out at the old Raceway Park, Clint?
God, it was so fun, man. What a racetrack. Being able to run right up against a wall like that and slide job somebody on the bottom. I miss those days of running in the Xfinity cars over there. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I mean, we know that everybody follows the trail of big historical venue and money and things like that. But man, that is such a sore spot among these race fans around here that love to be up close and personal. You couldn't get any better than that.
No, you don't. But tracks like that is what enabled the sport to be able to compete at tracks like the big track over there. Being able to roll into the Brickyard and race at that track, it means so much to all of us. Very challenging racetrack, very different than anything you ever go to. We've got a new package this time. With the Xfinity cars racing there the last couple of years, we've watched some pretty good racing with them being able to draft and things like that. Hopes, obviously NASCAR, and hopes that this new package that we have on our Cup cars will enable us to draft and do some side-by-side racing. Will it? Time will tell. It's been some pack racing on tracks that size. I think restarts will be chaotic. But that track's, it's always been unique, man. That place is a bear. Fast, and way narrow.
Yeah, it's Clint Boyer with us there. Bristol racing coming up tomorrow night. I was watching the Truck Series race last night, and Vince, who's on the call, is a good friend of the show, and I heard him mention that you have short fuses and hard feelings after racing at Bristol or during racing at Bristol. Do you guys come to the conclusion that, you know what, you're going to get banged around here regardless, and how quickly do those hard feelings go away because you know that that's the type of racing you're going to get going in?
Listen, you come down the track there through the tunnel, you tell yourself that. Yes, don't lose your cool. Don't get out of control. Things are going to happen. Do not lose your mind. First interaction of any of those of any kind of magnitude, you've lost your damn mind. You get back to the truck and your motor home, your wife's like, the hell? You know what you said on the radio? You're like, nah, I don't have a clue. It's just one of those tracks, man. Emotion is through the roof, and tension is high. You're racing as close, the racing quarters are as close as I've ever been. Any place you ever go, speeds are through the roof. It's just one of those, you just never get to take a breath and let your guard down. You're up on the wheel at all times and always in traffic, and something's going to happen. Whether you're the fastest car on the track or the slowest car on the track, you're going to encounter something that's going to piss you off.
There's no doubt about that. Clint Boyer joins us. Hey, good fortune is just about, it's about anything in sports, and good fortune is a huge thing between winning and losing. How much more is it being a part of good fortune at a place like Bristol, Clint?
Well, it is, but I'm about out of bad fortune. If it could have happened in the last 2 months, it's happened. We have been up front, in position, flat tires. You got wrecked, been in wrecks, got run over, blocked at Daytona. I mean, it has been catastrophic for the last 2 months. We're either a top 5 or a DNF. Last week, 2 weeks ago in Watkins Glen, we're rolling exactly where we need to be. Great point state, just taking care of business, right? The 48 wrecks, you're thinking, man, he was the guy that I was racing for a playoff spot. He had trouble, fixing to hang 30 points on him plus. No more than that thought went through my head. The right front goes down, have a flat, have to pit, go to the back, and all those points, all of that thought, everything went out the window. Fast forward to this last weekend in Michigan, same thing. 48 has trouble. Here I am, minding my own business, fixing to hang 30-plus points on him, be in a good spot, get wiped out on a restart. I mean, it's just, I told him just today, I said, hey, whatever you do, don't have trouble, because as soon as you do, I do. I do not want to have any trouble here, and it all starts with you.
Yes, Clint Boyer with us. Bristol's coming up tomorrow night under the lights. I guess the good part about it, though, is, man, you are on the inside, and, I mean, you want to get good fortune, right, but it is up to you and you and your team right now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's right. You make your own luck, but, I mean, I'm telling you, just like getting wiped out last weekend, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Flat tire at Watkins Glen. You can't make your stuff up, but you can make stuff up at Bristol. You can get up on the wheel and make a difference inside the car. We can make good calls on the pit box and make the difference and put ourselves in a position to win this race, because we're definitely capable of winning. We showed that the last few times we've been here. We've been knocking on that door, and I think we can blow through it, and I think Bristol's the place to do it.
Hey, Clint, how often do you talk to Tony?
Well, not very often. He ain't been around much this summer. He races a lot. I'm talking over 100 races, like a lot. He races a lot.
He races more now than he did when he was actually racing, I think, right?
Way more. Yeah, way more. He's good. Like, you can't keep up with him. You have no idea where he's at. People ask you all the time, you talk to Tony, where's Tony at? Is he coming this weekend? I'm like, dude, I don't have a clue. Tony is probably right now riding in the back of his hauler all by himself, watching this Xfinity qualifying session that I'm watching right now, talking to you, and getting prepared to run some dirt track and some short track in front of about 2,500 to 3,000 people and put on a show for them. That's Tony Stewart.
Is that what you want to do when you're done? Do you want to do it like that, or when you're done, are you just going to be done?
That's a big 100% hell no. Retirement can be fun or it can be a lot of work. And why he chooses retirement to be a lot of work, to be by himself, be riding in the back of that hauler all by. You remember the movie Days of Thunder?
Oh, yeah. That's when the cops pulled
up on him. You remember how they're in the back of the trailer and like they're riding in the trailer, you never could figure out, why are they riding back? That's how you have to go. Like when I say he's riding by himself, the crew guy's right up front, he rides in the back there by himself and just watches TV and takes naps. That does not look like a good retirement program for me. That will not work for Clint.
No. You know what you're doing. You're going to be doing TV, though, man. You know you're going to do that.
Man, I don't know about all that. I'm going to be having fun somewhere. I race my butt off so I can enjoy retirement, not so I can spin back on racing.
Let me tell you this. You're always a blast to have on here. I appreciate you. We'll certainly get you back on here before you end up here out in Speedway at IMS. But the best of luck tomorrow, man. We'll be watching and protect that spot inside the playoff picture, okay? And do it organically. All right, organically. Remember.
Organically, that's right. We're going to grow it organically. I appreciate it, buddy.
All right, Clint. See you, buddy. Clint Boyer is on the Eddie Moore Automotive Group Hotline. He's one of my favorite conversations ever. Organically. And this is what's funny. He was on hold. He's done this, but he listens to what you're talking about and then kind of weaves himself into that conversation. That's cool. Clint Boyer, Bristol. Tomorrow night, Xfinity Series tonight. I was watching the Truck Series with Blake last night. And he brought food. Hey, last week he was caught up in a bad flight. Couldn't get back here in time. This week he is here. Hashtag Ask Pat. We're winding down the summer of 2019, but there's still a chance for you to win. Hashtag Ask Pat is where you go right now to ask a question. And if we read it on the air, if we get you on the air at 239-1070, you could win the prize package. I'll tell you what that is. We'll get Pat Sullivan of Sullivan Hardware in here in a second. Naughty Yachties. Want to do it again? Vogue later on tonight. My man Adam Ritz he does Yacht Rock Radio, and I absolutely love it. It's syndicated around the country, a 2-hour program that I listen to on Dash on an app, but it's really good, kind of soothing, fun show to listen to every weekend. But he's also helping out the Naughty Yachties, and they're a Yacht Rock cover band that play at the Vogue later on tonight. It is a good time, really good time. Number 7, but be able to go. All right, I'm going to get you in the door, you and a friend, but be able to go because I want to do this if you're not going to show. 239-1070. Number 7 is going to go, and we'll get you in the door at the Vogue in Broad Ripple later on tonight for the Naughty Yachties. Number 7, 239-1070. Pat Sullivan on the other side, Mike Wells at 5, and we're back with you next.
Luke Bryan.
Sunrise, sunburn, sunset.
The Sunset Repeat Tour. This Sunday night, Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center.
Proud of what makes you country.
Luke Bryan, live, with special guest Cole Swindell, John Langston, and DJ Rock. Get access to preferred seating with your City card. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
It takes courage to talk with that someone special when there are problems in the bedroom. Erectile dysfunction, or PE, can shatter your confidence and make your relationship challenging. You can put an end to these issues. Have the courage to make just one confidential visit to the Indianapolis Men's Clinic and get that spark back in your relationship. The doctors at the Indianapolis Men's Clinic offer the latest solutions for all ED and PE issues, and you'll see results in your first visit, or there's no charge. Call 999-9000 to meet with their licensed providers, no matter your age or your conditions. Diabetes, high blood pressure, prostate cancer, low testosterone causing your issue. It doesn't matter. They can help. Call the Indianapolis Men's Clinic at 999-9000. That's 999-9000 or online at indymensclinic.com. Have the courage to take that first step. Indianapolis Men's Clinic, your key to a better life.
Chad and Tyler Peterman for Peterman Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Got a stopped-up drain? A Peterman certified technician will unclog it for just $83.
We'll get that drain moving again, and you don't pay until that drain is clear.
And if that same drain should clog again, no worries.
Because we back our work with a 1-year clog-free guarantee.
All for just $83.
That's right. Any drain, any clog, and all you pay is $83 when you call Peterman.
Peterman's the way to go.
Big laughs arrive at a small package this weekend at Helium Comedy Club when Brad Williams commands the mic this Thursday through Saturday. You know Brad from the hilarious Netflix special The Degenerates and appearances on Jimmy Kimmel Live and the Joe Rogan Experience. Helium Comedy Club is located downtown at the corner of Georgia and Meridian next to Burger Study in the Circle Center Mall. For more information on upcoming shows or for tickets, visit heliumcomedy.com. That's heliumcomedy.com. Helium Comedy Club. Eat, drink, and be entertained.
Discount travel sites say they have the best prices, but Hilton.com has the price match guarantee. Look me in the eye. If you find a better rate, they match it and take 25% off. Yeah, this is radio, so just stare at the radio. Hilton.com has the best prices. Pinky swear. Or, radio swear. Plus, you can choose your exact room and get free Wi-Fi. Cross my heart, stick a needle in my radio. Expect better. Expect Hilton.
Must be a Hilton Honors member. Applicable terms and conditions at Hilton.com. Pinky swear.
John for PAI, it's WeGrowHairIndy.com. How's the doing? You need something done for it, to it? Well, we got you covered. PAI, platelet-rich plasma. That's PRP. Let Darren Andrews explain all that. I'm just going to tell you how my experience has gone and continues to go, and it's spectacular. I mean, you get your real growing hair again if that's what you want. That's your option right there. If you want your real growing hair again and you want it to be real, this is what you got with PAI. WeGrowHairIndy.com. You can find them, again, online. And all you need to know about multi-unit hair grafting and artist robotic FUE and laser hair therapy, WeGrowHairIndy.com today.
Hey race fans, Big Joe here, and the Chevy Performance U.S. Nationals returns to Lucas Oil Raceway Labor Day weekend, and the fan has an exclusive opportunity for you, the listener. The Pit Crew VIP experience with Clay Milliken, driver of the Parts Plus Top Fuel Dragster, and this will include reserve race tickets, photos with Clay, a tour of his pit area, plus hang out with me a bit on Saturday. All you have to do is go to 107.5 The Fan and register for this VIP Pit Crew experience with Clay Milliken. For race information, go to NHRA.com. Speed for all.
Hey, it's Tony Kanan. I'm here with my friend Chuck Jones from BUSS Chevy. Chuck, what's hot this month?
Hey, TK. This month we're clearing the lot with our back-to-school sale. We have up to 20% off all new Chevys.
Up to 20% off all new Chevys? You gotta be kidding me.
Nope. And there's no payments until Thanksgiving. You heard me right. No payments until Thanksgiving.
I better find your roads to BUSS Chevy or online at BUSSChevy.com. Just ask for the CJ deal.
Very funny, TK. Everybody knows it's the TK deal.
The IMPD Mounted Patrol give you Polka Boy, Polo, and a perfect evening August 24th at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum. Tickets and info at impdmountedpatrol.org.
The Ride with JMV.
Can I buy you guys a drink? Guess not.
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
How about some hashtag Ask Pat here? Flight delayed last week coming out of Va Beach. Couldn't get here on time. Sat back, kind of drank a few, and just accepted the deal that he wasn't going to be here. But you got him. Sullivan Hardware and Garden, locations around the city. What we got? Northside here downtown. Cicero.
Yeah.
I almost said Scipio, but you don't have one in Scipio.
No, not yet. Scipio's looking good. It's growing.
You know where Scipio is?
No.
Scipio is in...
sounds actually like...
It is in Jennings County. Between
something you would get. You'd get a case of the Scipio.
I had a case of the Scipio.
You got to get penicillin for it.
That was my first job. I had a case of the Scipio, and I worked at Win 106 WINN, Mount Vernon, Seymour,
really,
Columbus. And I was in charge on a Sunday night. Literally, I drove about 50 miles one way to be in charge of running Dr. Demento on a Sunday night.
I remember. I loved Dr. Demento.
I was over there. They didn't trust me to do jack squat else. But run Dr. Demento.
Dr. Demento. I hadn't thought about him in a long time.
Yeah. Scipio. And once upon a time, there was a dead possum that got stuck in the ceiling tiles out there. And it stunk up everything.
Is this going to end up with a passing a stone?
Yeah, I think we've kind of run out on the passing the stone thing here.
No,
yeah.
That should be a feature every 3 months.
It should be.
It really should.
I at the age of 15 when I went through that, I consider myself maybe the most manly thing that I have ever accomplished right there. That's
have
manly.
You found any other 15-year-olds that have passed the stone?
Nah,
no.
Nobody that can put up with it or take it or do anything about it, you know. I played right through it. Literally. It played through me and I played through it. It poked right through me.
Yeah.
Slid right through me.
Doesn't take much to get him going again, does it?
Right through me.
Kyle's
Come
be
on
like,
out, baby.
Why the hell did you bring that up again?
Come on out. Hey, I heard John was in here a moment ago. Judge Griffin, sales guy, was asking about Egg Fest. How's Egg Fest?
Egg Fest is going good. It's a week from tomorrow.
That's a big time.
A week from tomorrow. We've have just a few. So what we do is the big green eggs. So we need about 80 of these eggs to cook on during the event. So we sell those. They're all reserved and almost all of them. There's like maybe 10 left. But we have 35 different grilling teams that go out there and they just kill it. They put all kinds of stuff out. Then a few restaurant, Mo and Johnny's is out there.
I know Mo and Johnny's.
Half liter. Sam's half liter. Big Lug is there.
That's our guy, Big Lug, who's
Eddie Som.
Eddie Som.
Yep.
Yes, sir. We like Eddie Som and Big Lug.
Beer Brewery also is big. Is helping us out with the beer.
BIER Brewery?
That is BIER.
or north side of India? Well,
they do. Their humble beginnings is at 65th and like 37 Binford, 65th and Binford.
I just thought I
Good
saw
guys,
it on the
though.
way to Colts camp up in Westfield. Did I see one off of 31?
They do have a tasting room. I don't know if they brew up there. Maybe they do, but they certainly have a tasting room there.
Beer brewery.
Beer.
Everybody.
They make Big Lug and beer, two really great local brands, and that will be in the beer tent at Eggfest. A lot of fun.
Look at you.
Yep.
Your Egg Fest. Is that your idea and your idea alone?
No, it is not. Slawfest is my idea.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
You know what? And it's kind of, quite honestly, I'm a little, all of a sudden, you're going to be a celebrity show. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I offered you Grand Marshal of the Slawfest parade.
But I hate it, though.
And you just looked at me in the eye. But yet, Julia Moffett calls, and all of a sudden, oh, yeah, I got to go do that.
Well, I mean, it is not.
Julia
it's got nothing to do with Julia Moffett over Pat Sullivan here.
Oh, it's fine. Whatever.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I just said yes already.
Sure.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Slawfest, you'd be on a big crown. And
I think we're at a Japanese restaurant cooking in front of people or something.
Whatever.
I'm just going to throw sushi at Dave Smiley, I think, the entire time. That's what we're going to do.
It's not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing. All right, what you guys got going on over there? Tell us.
All right, so Eggfest, big deal. I brought you some pulled pork nachos from Sully's Grill. That's our little lunch place.
That looks great right there,
So it's the same facility. We teach cooking classes. Chef Nick Frigie is our full-time chef, and so he has a class each and every week. Last night was the perfect steak. But then we also do a lot of private events. If you want to bring out your crew, we'll do a little burger battle, little team. I hate the word team building, but people use it all the time.
Right.
But if you're the crew from the neighborhood or from work, you want to get them all together, we can do a little private party in Sully's Grill. So it's a lot of fun, really laid back, do a lot of different things. But it's also open for lunch. Man. And that's where you get the pulled pork nachos.
Those nachos look absolutely outstanding.
And we have beer, BIER, and Big Lug on tap.
I like it. You guys got questions? Hashtag Ask Pat. You can phone in at 239-1070 at JMV 1070. Hashtag Ask Pat.
Hey, you know what else is that
question.
I'm surprised you haven't talked about?
Oh.
You realize that St. Thomas, it's Sausage Fest weekend.
It is Sausage Fest up at St. Thomas.
It is.
You go to that?
No, but I know it's a big deal, man.
Know what kind of sausage do they have up there? I used to call the Sausage Fest the Pike Parties at Indiana State.
Yeah.
They want me to come over and DJ. I go, I'm not going to hang around with all you Boy Scouts around here hitting each other in the arm and drinking beers.
No, Sausage Fest is this weekend at St. Thomas. That's 46 in Illinois.
They got different sausages, I guess?
Yeah, all kinds.
All in sausage casing?
That's all you need to
do
know.
They have patty?
You don't need to know what kind. You need to know it's Sausage Fest.
What is the best sausage out there, Pat Sullivan, in your opinion?
You know, I don't know, but Kincaid's will do a little special blend for us when we have a little event at our Penn store. Yeah, they have a kind of a Sully's hot sausage.
How about some turkey sausage? Would you dig on some turkey sausage?
That seems too healthy.
How about buffalo? We talked about buffalo meat the other day. Some buffalo sausage might work us up a little bit. So
that would be okay.
That's good for you too,
bison.
buffalo.
Yeah, bison is good.
Some bison.
Yeah. So yeah, it's amazing. I was watching a show last night where they're making their own sausage. It's a whole cottage industry.
Nothing wrong with it. Hey, Covey in Monroe County's got a question just for you.
Great.
I've owned a large big green egg for over 10 years and considering adding a smaller one for steaks, burgers, etc. What are the pros and cons of the small, mini, and mini max?
You know what? The min max would be the one to get because it is the same size as the small, but very portable. Comes with a nice nest where you can pick it up, drop it in the back of the SUV or the pickup, and take it with you, and you're not giving up any size. Now, number one size by far is large. Like 80% of what's sold is large, but that min max for a tabletop or taking it on the road, can't beat it.
All right, there you go. Covey, Monroe County. Dave's at 239-1070 with a question. Hashtag Ask Pat. Dave, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm from Washington, Indiana.
Yes.
I've got a pergola in the backyard, and I know you guys are at least
put a roof on that. Put a roof on it. Put a roof on it.
No.
Pergola is
critters used to use that to get on my roof. So what I did to stop that, and I don't know if Pat's heard this. That's my question. But what I did, I put some carpet tack strips on all of the stuff going across the top.
That is
and
genius.
Had critter problem since.
That is genius. You know what a tack strip is? It
No.
goes around the room that they catch the carpet on. It's just like it's 4-foot piece.
So birds don't sit up there?
Yeah, it's got like tacks that are sticking up through it. It's like a.
Do you have problems with too many birds pooping on your pergola down there, Dave?
No, but I had raccoons getting up on my roof and tearing holes in it, so I don't have that anymore.
See? Maybe it used to have a roof and it's a pergola now. Once the raccoons got done with it. Yeah, it used to have a roof.
Oh,
okay,
man.
I'll stick on for my Yeti prize.
Okay.
hey, Dave. Hey, give Dave the number. He might be a winner here. Get Dave's number in case we end up utilizing him. I don't know if I need any more raccoon stories. My mom's got way too many of them.
Yeah, but your mom makes friends with them.
Yeah, I mean, throws them cookies and they roll them down to the woods. I don't even want to get into it here. I don't want to get into the fact that they hang.
You don't
off
like
of
to bring
her,
up the family,
window screens
stuff.
or anything like that.
The family stuff.
It's bad. Bad news.
You know, we have a guy that calls our show on Saturday on your ugly sister station, WIBC, and he had a raccoon that was a pet, and he called us, and he literally started crying because he had lost this pet raccoon. He just loved that raccoon.
Back when
it
I
was just like, and I couldn't even, you don't want to make fun of something. He was really emotionally attached to this raccoon.
You know, when I was growing up, I think I was about 5 years old, and we had a pet skunk in a cage out on a tree.
Of course you did.
I'm serious.
Did you really?
Pet skunk.
Did it not spray you? Or?
Well, it didn't spray me. It sprayed my dad, and he probably deserved it. I think he had a pretty good understanding of people when it sprayed him. It sprayed the hell out of him.
I'm not going to ask any more questions.
I have a vague recollection of it, but I do remember having one. And the fact that I had one under my deck a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't have time to ask you about
a skunk?
It was under my deck, yeah. I just let him go. I mean, here's the thing. I went in the backyard, and there was a really large piece of poop back there, and it looked like it was either me that kind of moseyed out there in my sleep or some different type of animal, so I blamed it on a skunk.
Right, sure.
We don't have any animal. We don't have any dogs or anything.
Yeah.
It was inside the fence. So we had some very strange, rather large excrement out there, Pat Sullivan. That's how I identified it. Doesn't take Kojak to be right.
But you did see
I smelled
skunk?
it. There was
You
some
smelled
skunk smellage going on around
there.
there.
The way you trap a skunk is you take have a heart trap, but you slide a garbage bag over everything except for the opening.
Yeah.
So when the skunk goes in, you approach it from behind, pull the bag all the way through, and then
turn it into a pet.
Then it's
put it on a cage on a tree.
Then it's up to you what to do next.
Hey, Steve's got a question about Egg Fest.
Okay,
Hashtag
great.
Ask Pat. Steve, go ahead.
Hey, JMV, Pat, how's it going?
Great.
Question for you.
Sure.
Question for you, Pat. I've got my tickets to Egg Fest. What's the best way to navigate the day through Egg Fest?
To navigate to get in? Is that what you're saying?
No, not to get in, but just to visit the different stations. And what?
I would definitely. You know what? Here's the tip. Come early. Most of the crowd obviously builds right around lunchtime. And a lot of the the cooking teams, they've been drinking since 6 o'clock in the morning. No, but you'll get some of the best stuff probably between 10:30 and 11:30. So my tip would be to get there early and stay through the lunch hour, because that is when they are putting out the very best stuff. Although these guys are great. A lot of them are really into it, so they crank out good food all the time, all the way through the day. But early is definitely, I would say, the tip.
Hey, I appreciate it. I look forward to the event.
Thank you. Hashtag Ask Pat 239-1070. Brad, go ahead. You're with Pat Sullivan.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, Pat. Hey, I was I bought my first green egg at your very first Egg Fest.
Oh, great.
And it has they have multiplied since, but I've always had a blast. I've cooked at 9 of the 11.
Oh, have you really?
So, yes.
What are you cooking this year?
We're doing Cajun wings, and I do a smashed fingerling with a mustard jalapeno vinaigrette.
Nice. I think I remember your booth.
Yeah, they're tasty. And I've been cooking with the same guy for about six of these.
All right,
and, they're just a lot of fun. Met a lot of people and made a lot of connections. It's a great time, and it's well worth it.
So, the big news is we're moving Egg Fest back into the Garden Center. So it's going to be a different venue, but I think it's going to be really cool. A couple air-conditioned buildings back there. There's 4 restrooms, so that's all kind of nice thing. But I think it's going to be kind of it's a little better place for we've got a couple bands that'll play, so instead of playing out in the parking lot, and right now the weather looks really good.
It's pretty far away, though. And it will be. It'll be great. It'll be great.
It'll be great.
I'm looking forward to it. It's always a blast. It's a long day, but it's always a lot of fun. People have a lot of questions and get a lot of answers, and I just enjoy it. Like I said, I've been doing it for a long time.
Park right there in the right lane on Keystone, and don't worry about it.
You know what? Here's the thing, and I don't mean to bring up the red line every week.
You do, though.
But the well, you bring up your stone every week.
You brought it up.
Well, but anyways, red line. They've taken up so many spaces for the buses and taken. Why can't we take up a lane for parking on Keystone Avenue? There's 6 lanes. They don't need all 6 lanes.
No, they don't. Huh?
Hell no.
Especially on a Saturday. Yeah. Hey, are you doing anything for the grillers as far as discount for accessories?
Discount? Yeah, we are. Yes, we are. Okay. We got a whole package for you. Got T-shirts.
Yep.
We got some special griller rub. It's good. It not only is it's great. It's prevents chafing. The whole thing. That's gonna be great.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I got another friend of mine I converted to Green Egg, and he's going to be joining me this year too. So he's looking forward to it.
You're making a friend, Brad, out of Pat Sullivan.
Brad, I
today.
did not even have to. I didn't even have to show up. We could have just had Brad call.
Andrew Polly says Sausage Fest is ridiculous. Tons of beer, and I mean tons, and great food, live music. It's a party.
See, there you go. You got to get to Sausage Fest.
Sausage Fest.
Great cause.
Fat Golfer has a question for Pat. What's the difference between vole and mole, and should I use 10, 12, or 20 gauge to get rid of them?
A vole generally stays outside. It looks like a little mouse, but no tail, and it really likes so generally they won't come in the house, but you'll see lines, and usually people notice them in the springtime because under snow they eat the turf, so they're kind of vegetarian. So take a little mouse trap, put a little bacon grease on it, and you can trap them that way, cover it over. But I would think just like a bird shot.
Nick says, #Ask Pat, Sully's Grill rocks. Please tell Pat his son Joseph needs to prep for Pius football's epic title run.
Wow. My son Joe is helping do a little
trash.
coaching. It's hard to get kids to play football. I will tell you that. The whole NFL concussion thing has decimated the ranks of youth football.
Wow.
It really has. CYO was the Catholic group. They were losing 10% of their players every year, and there was no end in sight. So It'll be interesting to see where it ends up.
All right, you're on at what time tomorrow?
9 o'clock, 9 to 1. So are you up against me again?
No, I'm not going down here this weekend. No,
over there at the.
At some point, I'm going to do it again, though.
So funniest thing, my wife though, she was in the gift shop.
Right.
They play B105, and she's listening to music, and one of the customers said, "Well, this is kind of interesting music." It's like, and so she tells me this story. And I said, "Oh my God, it's JMV was taking over B105 Saturday morning."
You guys must have heard "Rocket Queen" by Guns N' Roses, where there's a lot of he and sheehan going on in the background there.
It wasn't the normal gift shop music.
I think that's the first time that song's ever been played on B105.7.
She said it was very funny, and she enjoyed it.
I love it too. I roll right through it and just play whatever I feel like playing, and it's fun.
I just think it was funny that she actually asked. She goes, "Hey, do you know anything going on with B105? Did they change formats?"
They changed formats. See, that makes me feel good right there.
No, it's just John.
Because I'm not going to go in there and give them, and nothing against, because those guys are great. I love Sean and Eric and everybody in there too. But I'm not. I got to be me when I get in there. So we got to. We just fly.
People noticed,
and I'm hitting the damn post like a madman there too, baby. Like a madman. All right, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning downstairs. Right on.
Sausage Fest tonight.
Sausage Fest tonight.
Hey, St. Thomas.
Are you going? No,
I may.
Sausage Fest. Hey, if you see Pat Sullivan at Sausage Fest, give him a shout out tonight, won't you? Do it. Always a pleasure, man. We missed you last week.
Yeah, man. Sorry about that. The whatever. Bird in the engine.
What are you going to do?
Yep.
Pat Sullivan,
Thanks
#Ask Pat. Somebody is going to win. Pat Sullivan, Sullivan Hardware, each and every Friday right here for the summertime is a can't-miss staple. Mike Wells, top of the hour, and more. Back with you next.
Win tickets to see Meek Mill and Future at Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center Wednesday, August 21st. Do it this week on the Ride with JMV. Details 1075thefan.com.
As a small business owner, when was the last time you considered switching internet providers?
I don't even remember. Running a business keeps me pretty busy.
Let's compare your current provider to Comcast Business. Are you getting fast, reliable internet?
Sometimes.
How about a full suite of innovative services like separate Wi-Fi networks, 4G wireless backup, and advanced voice solutions?
I highly doubt it.
Sounds like Comcast Business could give you more. Make the switch to the nation's largest gig speed network now and get an amazing deal. Right now, get fast 75 megabit internet for $49.95 per month for 2 years when you add 2 voice mobility lines and sign up for paperless billing and autopay. Call 1-800-501-6000 today. Comcast Business. Beyond fast.
Monthly service charge increases by $10 without paperless billing and autopay. Offer ends 8/21/19. Restrictions apply. New business customers only. 2-year agreement required. Early termination fee applies. Equipment taxes and fees extra subject to change. Backup limited to up to 8 hours.
Yuengling Golden Pilsner. A beer so crisp, refreshing, and smooth. When you crack one open, it makes any occasion golden. A night out with the ladies.
I might call it a night. A night to remember.
Game day with your buddies.
Beer man, Pilsner here. And here, and here.
Happy hours come to life.
Could I get a Yuengling Golden Pilsner? You know what? Make it a bucket.
Yes, with Yuengling Golden Pilsner, card games get wilder.
I should probably fold. But I'd rather go all in.
Even backyard bonfires feel more alive.
Hey guys, I brought my guitar. And my drums.
So no matter where the day takes you, crack open a smooth, refreshing 6 generations in the making Yuengling Golden Pilsner and make your day golden. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, John here, and the August JMV special, Four Winds Lakeside and Marina, went so well, they've extended this through September. You guys ready? I mean, it hit big and hit big. Four Winds rolling back the price just for you. Midweek staycation now through September. The fall is fantastic on Lake Monroe. You will love it. The stay 3 nights, Sunday through Thursday, for just $199 deal is extended through September. Just $199 for 3 nights in a garden double room, or you can upgrade to the Lakeside for just $99 more. Four Winds offers family fun. You know all about it. Their indoor-outdoor pool is absolutely amazing. Got mini golf there, boat rental, hiking trails, and I love it in the summer, but the fall is spectacular too, and don't miss out on the Windjammer Bar and Grill. It is can't miss. Four Winds Lakeside Inn and Marina, 812-824-BOAT, 812-824-2628. Tell them JMV sent you, or log on right now for more info. That's fourwindslakeside.com today.
Hoosier fans, Indiana football tickets are on sale now for the 2019 season. IU football hosts 6 home games this fall, including matchups against Big Ten East rivals, the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Michigan Wolverines. Fans can purchase single-game tickets as low as $20 and $200 for season tickets. For complete ticket information, visit IUHoosiers.com today. Go IU!
Diamonds Direct 2019, year of engagement, taking that relationship to a whole new level. Or as I love it when people say another, but a whole new level is where you're taking that relationship now, and you want to do it the right way. You want to know why? Is because if you don't, you're going to own it. You're going to wear it for the rest of your life. Don't be that dude. Don't be me. Do it the right way. Get it done perfectly the first time with one-stop shopping at Diamonds Direct. You want to know why? Because their selection is absolutely unmatched. I mean unmatched anywhere. Selection fantastic. They'll find you something original there that will look spectacular. And the warranties and the guarantees, awesome. Best part about it for you, you don't have to share this with her, but the best part about it for you is the price tag. Price tag, incredible. One-stop shopping, too. There's no hassle at Diamonds Direct. So if this year is the year where you're going to take that relationship to a different level, here you go. My advice to you, Diamonds Direct. It's where Indy gets engaged. Keystone at the Crossing, the official jeweler of the Indianapolis Colts.
Korn, and Alice in Chains. With special guests Under Oath and Fever 333. Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center, August 20th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Korn and Alice in Chains. Part of the Coors Light Concert Series.
The NTT IndyCar Series races at Pocono. Sunday at 2 on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. The Ride with JMV. 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Oh my God!
Play it one more time.
2-2 with the bases loaded and one out.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Way up there!
Holy crap!
Way out of here! Second deck walk-off home run!
Oops, I crapped my pants.
Bryce Harper!
Woo! Nats TV from last night, the Grand Slam walk-off from Bryce Harper. I'm just coming up with new ways to call great moments that Matt Taylor, the voice of the Colts, could come up with. Holy crap! That's awesome. The guy said, oh my God. Listen, it was worthy of that, though. That was an absolute moonshot. And I know I'm not playing this back because I'm anti-Cubs guy here. I'm playing it back because that's just a hell of a call right there. And, I mean, even when you hear the bat hit the ball, incredibly loud. JMV at 1070thefan.com is the email address. JMV, I hope you have Mike Wells sing along with songs you play with him on Fridays. It's always entertaining to see the panties fly off and out the window of the ladies' vehicles on my way home from work. Mike and BG. Well, the problem we have is we just got a cancellation from Wells. Listen to this. I'm going to let you guys judge this or not. All right, I just got a Wells cancellation because, quote, he is in a golf outing. A golf outing. So sorry about that, Mike. It appears that you will have to wait until next week because Mike Wells is at a golf outing. Patrick Brewer, JMV, I'm not trying to stir the pot, but it makes sense. Cowherd talked about several teams that start doing a contingency plan, just like the Patriots usually do, and next year looking at drafting a quarterback high in the draft next year. What are your thoughts? Yeah, my thoughts aren't about that. Like, if that's what, I guess, Patrick, what you're asking, if the Colts have some deeply rooted contingency plan on, hey, whatever happens here happens, but next year we're going to draft a quarterback. No. I'm assuming that Cowherd didn't make a correlation between the Colts and what he was talking about then, because that sounds pretty silly. Thank you, though, Patrick. I appreciate it. It's from Ron Moon. Hey, JMV, are you guys going to place? Oh, play. Am I playing in the Gus Macker Saturday? We will be there. Nah, I'm not a Gus Macker guy anymore. Sorry about that. I think the last time I played in Gus Macker was 1995, maybe? 1995, between Memorial Stadium and Assembly Hall in Bloomington. And it was the biggest crap fest mess ever. I mean, it's one of those weekends where Little Five was like 75 degrees, sunny and balmy. And I think this was on either the weekend before or the weekend after in April. And it was rainy and 45, and it was terrible. And everybody was mad, and it was awful. 1995 is the last time I played in Gus Macker. But you're right. You're absolutely right, Ron. Gus Macker. From Pete Sprague, the best thing about Harper's home run was a few innings earlier, a fan had called him out about his contract, and he told the fan to go blank himself. than the moonshot. All right, quick. We got time for you guys on the other side. We get back to the Luck, to the Colts and the Browns, to the Chargers situation right now with injuries. You think that you feel bad about Andrew Luck to start the season here. Have you noticed what's going on in Southern California with the Chargers? We'll get to that. Whole lot more. Meek Mill, future tickets, and more coming at you in the 5 o'clock hour next.
Introducing the $1 concert deal.
Hello, Detroit! Good night, Detroit!
Or get a real deal at McDonald's. Introducing the buy one, get one for $1 deal. Buy one of your faves and pick another for just an extra $1. Choose from the Big Mac, filet of fish, quarter pounder with cheese, or 10-piece chicken McNuggets. But you better stop by McDonald's today, because this deal is only around for a limited time. Prices and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with any offers or combo meal.
Are you an overthinker? Hi, Rick Edelman here, host of The Rick Edelman Show right here every weekend. In 3 decades of serving folks like you here at Edelman Financial Engines, we've met a lot of folks who were trapped because they were overthinking their financial decisions. We get it. This can be scary stuff. You work really hard and you make a lot of sacrifices to save all your money. And well, just imagine if you make a mistake. Bad investment choices, the wrong mortgage, incorrect insurance coverage. It's enough to keep anyone awake at night. So here are 2 pieces of advice to help you solve the problem. First, realize that most decisions can be changed. And second, it's not just you, it's we. You don't have to go it alone. Let us help you. You'll get our experience and our expertise. So call us at Edelman Financial Engines. It's one decision you don't have to overthink. Call us at 888-PLAN-RIC. That's 888-PLAN-RIC. Or visit us at rickedelman.com. That's ricedelman.com.
PAI, WeGrowHairIndy.com. Hi, John here, telling you all about if you're losing your hair, thinning hair, 4-head into a 5-head, I have a solution for you. I have an option. Now, first things first. If you want to be bald and you like the look of going bald and you don't mind going bald, that is quite all right, man. No problem whatsoever. I'm talking to the folks out there that would like an option and a real hair growing option. And that's what Darren Andrews gives you with PAI, a real growing back your hair or helping it regrow with PRP with PAI. Multi-unit hair grafting, artist robotic FUE, all at PAI. Darren Andrews has that private consultation for you. WeGrowHairIndy.com today.
Big laughs arrive in a small package this weekend at Helium Comedy Club when Brad Williams commands the mic this Thursday through Saturday. You know Brad from the hilarious Netflix special The Degenerates and appearances on Jimmy Kimmel Live and the Joe Rogan Experience. Helium Comedy Club is located downtown at the corner of Georgia and Meridian next to Burger Study in the Circle Center Mall. For more information on upcoming shows or for tickets, visit heliumcomedy.com. That's heliumcomedy.com. Helium Comedy Club. Eat, drink, and be entertained.
Hubler has it. Savings. Hubler has it. Choices. Hubler has it. Hubler has it all.
Indiana's Auto Giant is changing car buying forever. Introducing a warranty so huge, you can drive around the world 8 times and still be covered. It's Hubler Auto Group's massive 10-year, 200,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Shop any new vehicle at all Hubler locations with the warranty included. Chevys, Buicks, GMCs, and Fords. The warranty's included. Acuras, Hondas, Nissans, and Mazdas. The warranty's included. The Hubler family has helped Hoosiers for 60 years, and we're not stopping now. Visit drivehubler.com for the perfect car and our 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. As Indiana's Auto Giant, Hubler has it all. Why buy anywhere else? You're invited to Hubler. Click drivehubler.com.
Hubler has it. Hubler has it all.
Warranty available on new vehicles, except certain models, not transferable or available on leases. A copy of the warranty is available for review at the dealership.
All right, BullseyeEventGroup.com. Colts VIP Tailgate. Normalcy is the greatness that makes your game day experience the best it can be, right? During the regular season, before every Colts home game. But hold on a minute. Kyle Kinnett comes up with a fantastic idea. Bears are in town next Saturday. How about having a Colts VIP tailgate before that preseason game? So that's what he's going to do. Inside the Bullseye Event Center with BullseyeEventGroup.com. All you can eat, all you can drink. You got DJ Skids, you got DJ Indiana Jones. I'll be down there for a little bit as well, and it will be fantastic. Go ahead, log on to bullseyeeventgroup.com and make sure you have your passes for that preseason game next Saturday and then the rest of the regular season, beginning with week number 3 at home against the Falcons. Also, remember this, on the road, New Orleans, December, Monday Night Football, charter flight with us. Sign up for it. It would make a fantastic holiday gift-giving idea for the football fan in your family with bullseyeeventgroup.com. And don't forget, before the Bears game a week from tomorrow, you can be there with us. The Colts VIP tailgate. Get your passes now. bullseyeeventgroup.com.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Reinhardt Heating and Cooling. Located out in Danville and serving Hendricks and surrounding counties, owner Danny Reinhardt says this truly is a family business.
My 3 children, Kevin, Corey, and Kim, they all work for me. I have another gentleman that's been with me since I started, Stumpy, and he still works for me. And then Brian come to work for us in 2006, and so we really, truly are a family business.
Give Reinhardt a call at 745-4526. Reinhardt is your trusted local independent American Standard dealer.
This is Indy Sports Center. WFNI, WIBC, HD2, W298BV, W228CX, Indianapolis. Cubs, Pirates, Sunday Night Baseball. The coverage begins at 6 on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
You just got your asses whipped by a bunch of damn nerds.
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
I know he's dying to get out here and be back as soon as he can, and I'm pulling for him to be healthy for week 1 when it really matters and counts, and I feel pretty good about him being out there.
Batting from yesterday, final day up in Westfield for the Colts, and that was the second of 2 back-to-back practice situations with the Cleveland Browns. And you've got pregame coverage with me coming up tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Big Joe and I are in Touchdown Town beginning at 1 tomorrow. So 1 o'clock tomorrow and getting you set for the Browns and the Colts preseason game. Number 2 coming straight at you here. And, of course, you got Matt and Sorge and Lara Overton. No, Lara Overton's doing TV. Hell, I can't remember. I think the Gorman's doing radio, right, on the sideline. So the Gorman's doing radio. I think Joe Wright's going to be with us coming up tomorrow, too, around 1 o'clock. So we shall have a blast if you guys are up for it coming up tomorrow. If you're going, let's do it. Hey, JMV, we met last night at Johnson's Barbecue, by the way. That's a quick shout to Chad, the pitmaster down there. Smoked some turkey for me, and it was incredible. My mom's listening right now as usual. Tell Sherry thanks for being a loyal fan. Sherry, the mother of Chris, thank you so much for being a loyal fan. Chris is an excellent dude. I'm out for a bottle for you, Chris. And I got to thank Chris and then Chad for the smoked turkey and everything else last night. It was awesome. Johnson's Barbecue in Bargersville. Do it. Do it. Say hello to my man Frog down there when you're there, too. But now is a blast. And Sherry, thank you for listening every day. We do appreciate it. JMV, I wish I had somebody constantly bringing food during the day while at work. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal here, really. BT Do says this: the Reds will sweep the Cardinals, pull us back in, then get swept by San Diego, Pittsburgh, and Miami. Tucker took a shot last night. Yeah, he had one hit off. What do they call it? The C strap that covers up the facial area there? He took one off. Is it the C? Anybody a baseball helmet guru? Do they call that thing a C strap? But yeah, it could have been a hell of a lot worse for him. Now, that thing could have been right in the face, which have really sucked. Hey, JMV, I'm with you. I get sick and tired of hearing baseball old farts talk about respecting the game and don't show anybody up. If I'm Bryce Harper last night, I'm going to stand and watch it too. He stood and watched it for a second. And then sprinted around the bases like he was on fire. But now, if you hit one that far, you're absolutely allowed to do it. Oh, is that Matt? Andy Moore, Automotive Group Hotline. He's got the call tomorrow. He's got Sorgi, and unfortunately has the honor of working with the Gorman on the sideline on the Colts Radio Network. It's Matt Taylor. Man, seriously, you guys give Gorman the opportunity on the sideline? Is there nobody else?
They're just throwing a dog a bone. You know what I mean? We're just throwing a dog a bone and seeing what he can do with it. Yeah, I mean, I thought he did good. But if you listen, I thought he did all right. I thought he did well.
I'm getting ready to hear him have a conversation with Tony Grossi in Cleveland here in the Colts Happy Hour. So I bet that's good.
It's greatness in its own way.
It is greatness in its own way. Did you happen to hear the television guy for the Phillies say, "Oh my God," last night on Bryce Harper's grand slam shot?
No, I didn't. I saw something on Twitter where Bryce Harper's yelling at some guy who's yelling at him because he's got a $300 million contract and he went 0 for 3 before that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, he told the guy to blank off. Hey, I want to see. Can you play that? I want to see if you can work this. You need to maybe work in an "Oh my God." Tell me when you're ready with this over there, Kyle. I'm going to let you, if you haven't heard it yet, I'm going to let you hear this call for the first time. First of all, I want to let you hear the dude make the call, but the sound of the ball hitting the bat, and I realize that there are microphones everywhere and inside a home plate, but the ball hitting the bat was an absolute incredible sound. So, Kyle, when you're ready, here's last night, and this was the game winner, the grand slam walk-off from Bryce Harper against the Cubs. Matt, listen up and see what you think.
All right. 2-2 with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Oh, my
God! Deep to right field, way up there, and way out of here! Second deck walk-off home run!
Can you ever work "Oh my God"? You know, I realize that home run calls are much different than what you're doing, but could you ever work in an "Oh my God"?
I mean, I equate that to like a end of half, end of game, Andrew Luck scrambling, turning away from traffic, throwing with like 3 guys in his face, T.Y. Hilton double coverage, goes up and makes the catch. I can see an "Oh my God" right there in that moment. I mean, I think that's kind of on the same level of "Oh my God" worthy. Do you agree?
I'm trying to talk you into it right now because I'm thinking one of these days you will reflect back to this conversation, and as they say in this business, when they don't know what the hell they're talking about, they say it will grow organically in your mind, and you will just organically say it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'll go with OMG, but maybe something on par that's spur of the moment and appropriate. But yes, I think. Yeah, I mean, for me as a Reds fan, the OMG moment probably would have been Jay Bruce's home run in the 2010 season, late in the season when they clinched the division. I think that would have been OMG worthy.
Oh, that's a good thing. Reds fan,
you know what I mean?
Oh my God moment for the Reds. Man, there were so many in that wire-to-wire in 1990. There wasn't just one.
Yep.
There were a variety of them, whether they were involving – I mean, they involved everybody, too, in 1990. Everybody from Eric Davis to, like, Billy Bates coming home on a Joe Oliver, turf hopper that goes over third base. You know what I mean? There are so many. So,
or there was a game – I don't know, maybe it might have been the same season or a couple of seasons after 2010. I think it was Mother's Day, and why I remember that I have no idea, but the Reds were down big in that game. Joey Votto went like 6 for 6, had a walk-off grand slam. I think that would have been OMG worthy at the time.
So the Bruce home run is the greatest of your lifetime as a Reds fan?
It is one of the more signature moments as a Reds fan in the last 20 years, let's put it that way. Yeah. I mean, because I was 5 years old in 1990. So that, I mean, I really don't count that.
Now, let's face it, we can count them. Really, we can count them all in one hand if we wanted to.
Right, exactly. I mean, the last really big season for the Reds was 2012, and we know how that ended in disastrous mode with the Giants. And really, since then, it's been rebuild central, and that's why, you know, if we want to go on a Reds tangent here, I mean, that's why the last really, I mean, you look at this season, every time the Reds get close, they get, within 2 or 3 games of 500, then they go on these massive losing streaks where they lose 4 or 5 or 6, and they can never really make up any significant ground.
Yeah, they're not quite there, but I think that kind of tells us that they're going to be pretty good next year. I do feel next year is going to be the time
really,
when,
why do you
when
say
things.
that? Is it just the pitching, or why do you say that?
I do like that, even though Bauer got hammered the other night. I do like, or the other afternoon. I like the pitching. I like the three they can throw at them. I wish I was more of a believer in little Dickie Williams. I don't know if I completely am there. But I think that this is kind of the appetizer or the tantalizer, if you will, for I think next year and what is going to be finally here, the main course. I do have a lot of belief there, and I'm sure something is probably in typical Cincinnati fan fashion will sidetrack it. But until I actually see that sidetrack, I'm going to believe it. So.
Well, they're always good for a major spring training injury like Scooter Gennett this year. So you got to factor that in too.
Yeah.
I hate to be that Reds fan, but I'm just the last really 3 or 4 years have dented my fandom. And I hope you're right. Listen, I absolutely hope you're right. But I just look at left field is a major question. Shortstop, what are they going to do there? Second base, what are they going to do there? I hate. So
you're not on the Freddie Galvis train here with me. I'm on the Freddie Galvis train right now.
Yeah, he's an insurance policy in case they want to, in case Jose Iglesias wants to get paid in the off season. So I understand why they did it, but I don't think it's a major upgrade over anything they have. Yeah.
Hey, I am remaining optimistic about that. Hey, by the way, Matt Taylor.
I'm right there with you. I'm trying.
Matt Taylor, the voice of the Colts, joins us. If you're on the verge of saying OMG, how about some oh crap? I tried to talk you into this earlier in the off season. How about an oh crap in there? I think you could get away with it. Holy crap!
I think the first game I drop oh crap or holy, you know what? Then that's probably going to be my last game.
Do you think so? Who do I need to ask over there if that's okay? Do I need is it Carly or Kalen or somebody that I could ask and see if it's okay for you to say in a big moment? I mean, you're just not going to drop it around, all the time, but in a huge defining signature moment. Holy crap! How that thing would be. You know what that would be? What do they call it? That would be what do they call it? Social media wise. It'd be viral. That's running viral right there.
Yeah,
I know that the girls would love that being viral. I know it.
Yeah, but then you got to have earmuffs in the car with the kids, and I don't know. I'll leave the okay.
And I had to hear about the earmuffs in the car the other day. My wife said that. Oh yeah, you started talking about chafing the carrot, and I didn't mean it was a joke. All right, it was a joke. And listen, my kids have been there and done that, so there's no need for earmuffs in the backs. I had to turn the channel. I've
always told you this. You are the master at making everybody feel uncomfortable, and you're making me feel uncomfortable right now. You have this knack for it, and but I'm used to it, so it's no big deal.
I understand
you have a
that.
knack for making everybody feel uncomfortable.
But I feel comfortable in the fact that there's no reason for you or anybody else talking to me to feel uncomfortable, because I think what we're talking about, I think everybody kind of digs. You know what I mean? I don't think there's a reason for you to feel uncomfortable.
But this is why I love you, though. This is why you and I are on the status that we're on right now. I get you, you get me. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the craps for. Right. I'm gonna table it for now. We'll revisit week 8, and then we'll see if something pops up.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
All right.
Is that fair?
I understand. I mean, you probably do need to get a little bit more time spent under your belt to go ahead and drop something like that. Maybe.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Some equity, some leverage, whatever you want to call it.
I'm just thinking that everybody over there obviously loves, going viral. I think would be a big deal. I think that'd be pretty cool. So, I don't know. Just me thinking outside the box here. Matt Taylor joins us.
I like it.
We start at 1:00 tomorrow. Is that true? Are you guys with us, or are you not? How does that work?
You're 1:00 tomorrow in Touchdown Town. You, Joe Stasiak, and Joe Wrights. So you'll go to 3, and then the Sorge and I will take over at 3, and we'll kick it off at 4. I'm super excited for this game. I know it's the preseason, but I mean, I still jones up for a preseason game like it's week 1, because I love football. I love what I do. So it's just a huge opportunity for me to celebrate on both levels there. So, but 90 guys, for both teams, and then you've got. I think this week helped a little bit because we had those joint practices with the Browns, so I got to see, names and numbers and figure out how guys are lining up, that kind of thing. So I'm really, really excited to see. This is probably like a fourth quarter anecdote when he's in the game, but Cleveland has this guy. His name is Damon Sheehy Giuseppe. Have you heard about this kid?
The background story on this dude is awesome, but go ahead and tell everybody. Yeah.
Right. So long story short, he comes from an FCS program, and he is an undrafted guy, but he was going to a workout in Miami for the Browns. The Browns were having some sort of satellite camp in Miami. He lies about a connection that he has with an assistant GM for the Browns, kind of sneaks his way into a tryout, ends up showing out the tryout, gets invited to the rookie minicamp, and plays great there, and he gets signed to the 90-man roster. But before the Browns camp, he didn't have any money and he didn't have anywhere to sleep, so he got a guest membership at like a gym right across the street from where the camp was being held, and he spent the night there because he didn't have any money. He was sleeping in his car, and now he's on the verge of a 90-man or on a 53-man roster spot because he's having a heck of a camp. He's catching everything his way. And he had an 86-yard touchdown return on a punt in their first game against Washington. It's unbelievable. The guy is short, but he catches everything his way, and it really is one of the more compelling stories in the preseason right now.
Yeah, I'd heard that too. It's got like all the earmarks of Willie Mays Hayes in Major League for the Cleveland connection.
Exactly what I thought of.
Or Rudy, where Rudy had to sleep in the janitor's closet or something for a while before he got to go to. I mean, it is. It sounds like it's May. If this thing continues and he does make that roster to start the regular season somehow, some way, or as a part of this team, I mean, it sounds like a feature motion picture one of these days. It is that good.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So from that angle, I'm rooting for him. He's going to get a lot of playing time. I think he was intermixing with the 2s and the 3s up at Grand Park in those joint practices. He's number 15, Damon Sheehy Giuseppe. Look out for him tomorrow night because he's going to make some plays.
All right, and you guys are going to have us covered. I saw Sorge yesterday, and he walked right by and didn't say a word. How about that? Sorge.
The Sorge. He's a good man. He's a good man. He probably just didn't notice you.
I'm sure he didn't. Yeah.
Like that.
I'm sure he
I don't think he big-timed you.
Well, right by, didn't say one word. So, I tell you what, up in Westfield, that's a good couple of practices up there. Unfortunately, it had to end on a sour note with Reese Fountain, and that was awful yesterday. But
yeah, that was a really, really bad scene. I didn't see it. I was on the other field watching the Colts defense. But yeah, that's just a shame because at the very least, I think you could say that he was pushing for the Colts to consider keeping 6 wide receivers. I think they're ultimately going to keep 5. Just a gut feeling I have, but I think he was pushing for, consideration for that 6th spot. And, I had him on our podcast on Colts.com about a month ago, and he was incredibly candid and honest with how he thought his rookie season went. He was kind of disappointed in himself because he didn't come in with the maturity that he needed and kind of that professional mentality. Last year he would practice and then he would go eat junk food and really not take care of his body the way he needed to. But this year was complete 180, and he was having a heck of a camp. He led the Colts in receiving in that first game against Buffalo. I think he had 5 catches for over 60 yards. I mean, every day he was making plays, and it's just a shame because he's a really good kid. And, yeah, I just feel bad for him because I think it's going to be a decent amount of recovery time for him to get back to where he was.
Gotcha. Matt Taylor, voice of the Colts. You're going to hear him. We start tomorrow afternoon at 1, and then you and Sorge and the Gorman hit the air for preseason game number 2. Man, it's going to come fast and furious at you in the next couple of weeks here. Really is.
No doubt. Yeah. Yep. August is like its own little month or its own little season, if you will, because we're playing on different dates and, got the practices and, the travel and all that stuff. So once we get to the regular season, I'm weirdly excited for a monotonous routine where, on Monday you do Monday stuff, Tuesday, and so on and so forth. But until then, it's fun to see how the back end of the roster shakes out. And, who's going to make a claim for one of those last remaining roster spots.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's awesome to talk with you. I'll see you down there coming up tomorrow. I'm going to try to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm gonna ask around about the whole holy crap idea and see what they think.
Yeah, take a Twitter poll. Let me know. We can always revisit it.
The Twitter poll. Well done right there. I think a Connecticut Water question of the day is in order about your usage of holy crap. I do.
Yeah? All right. Let me know the results.
My brother, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, buddy. See ya.
It's Matt Taylor right there on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. I think it works. Let me tell you this. If anybody out there, any of the higher-ups with the Colts right now are listening, let me know via text message if it would be okay at some point during I'm not talking about preseason game 2-touchdown moment, but a big signature moment for Matt to go, holy crap. Let me know. Just let me know. If not, we'll just, let him get more time under his belt out there. But let me know. We'll see if we can move forward with this. I think it's a fantastic, and I think it is presumably a viral type of situation one of these days in a big moment. But, what am I? I've just been doing this forever, right? What do I know? Speaking of doing it forever, look who has phoned in here. Friend of mine, you can catch him. Yacht Rock Radio is on very good stations around the country, syndicated. Yacht Rock Radio is also on the Dash Radio app. It is a very good 2-hour show. My man Adam Ritz joins us right now. Not only do you do that, but you speak right to college teams and tell them how they should handle social media, which can be a pain in the ass. That's what you do, right?
Social media obviously has changed a lot for for student athletes across the country. I just had the honor of speaking with Tennessee Volunteers football 2 nights ago, and we talked about that phone in their pocket and how social media can affect their status on the team or worse, and affect them down the road with that digital footprint and your online profile. And sometimes these kids today, they just don't get that. Even though they know technology, they know how to use it, they just don't know how their online profile is going to damage their credibility down the road.
How many schools do you speak to before the season officially gets underway in college football?
Well, it's it's anywhere between, we'll just say on average 20. Okay. It's about 20 schools. I mean, August is busy. Kickoff is September 1st, and these coaches, they want to have guest speakers come in and talk to their players about everything from, financial responsibility, drugs and alcohol, social media. I mean, you name it. It's life skills, and they push it hard in August before the season starts because as soon as kickoff on September 1st, it's all X's and O's.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Now, where have you been besides Knoxville doing this?
Well, you'll be happy to know, this is sort of a perk of the job, I leave tomorrow to go to Myrtle Beach. I speak at Coastal Carolina. So if I had known Coastal Carolina existed in 1988, maybe I wouldn't have gone to Purdue.
I say the same thing about Pepperdine. You know what I mean?
Oh,
why wouldn't I go to – I mean, I should have been out of college. I should have been, working out to go to Pepperdine back then. What the hell was I thinking?
I know. Growing up in Indianapolis, my choices were Ball State, Purdue, and IU. I had no idea Coastal Carolina was in Myrtle Beach. Maybe I would have ended up there.
Well, unfortunately, with my grades, my choices were the schools that had ashtrays at the desks. That was about it. That was me. If it was a school that had ashtrays at the desk, then I was probably going to get an invite to it, yeah.
So everyone's kind of shocked and surprised you've turned out the way you did.
Yes, exactly. Hey, Yacht Rock Radio is spectacular. I just mentioned across the country, and then of course on Dash radios we can find your shows on Saturday and Sundays when I listen to it. But you're also pumping a band called the Naughty Yachties that play at the Vogue later on tonight.
That's right. These guys are incredible. They played the Vogue in March. I know they have another Christmas show coming up in December. And this is the big summer show. It's tonight at the Vogue. The doors open at 8 o'clock. Show starts about 9 o'clock. Our good friends from Captain Morgan will be walking around the bar, handing out swag and samples. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I saw them back in March up at the Vogue, and they were awesome. And they're still in their early stages. I mean, we're talking about some of the incredible musicians to come out of this area for a number of years now, but they're still in the early stages of doing what they do now, but they're incredible.
We've got a sax player named Rob Dixon, and if you're a music fan in Indianapolis, you know Rob Dixon. He's been playing jazz saxophone for years, and he's awesome. Michael Reed is the music director and keyboards, known as Bones, and he has an incredible voice. He's great on the keyboards. He dates back to the Roadmaster days and the Alligator Brothers. So this is a seasoned group of musicians. It's sort of a yacht rock who's who of musicians. I think tonight we even have the keyboardist from the Mellencamp band is on stage tonight with the Naughty Yachties. So music is primo. It sounds exactly like the album version. Wonderfully talented female singer named Maddie, who nails every single song she does. We got a new guy on lead vocals that looks exactly like Kenny Loggins. That carries the beard and hairy chest lifestyle that is yacht rock that you and I both love.
Oh yeah. That's awesome. Well, listen, I was really impressed. And Vogue later on tonight, if you got time, and you should, you want to go out and see a great band, the Naughty Yachties at the Vogue. And we've been giving away tickets today, too. And we'll do this again whenever we hang up with you right here.
And you'll be there, too, right?
I always say I'm going to try. My truck is at CarX right now with Micah down on 135. So it depends on – I'm going to try. I'm going to try with my wife. Can I get my kids in there?
No, but, don't tell me your truck is in the shop. Tell me they're working on your yacht.
No, it is. I know, but they're working on my yacht. No, actually, the Tundra is getting some spa treatment right now that is necessary. So that's what they're doing. So we'll see. I'll call you a little bit later on, tell you what's up.
All right. Love to see you there. Everybody listening, we'd love to have you. It's going to be smooth sailing at the Vogue later with the Naughty Yachties. Thanks for the time.
Anytime, my friend. I appreciate that, Adam. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Talk to you. Thanks.
All right. 239-1070. If you guys want to go tonight, I got tickets for you. Got a pair. Just make sure you can go. Not be like me and wonder when you're going to get picked up here a little bit later on. Number 7, 239-1070. Number 7 at 239-1070. Naughty Yachties at the Vogue. Say hello to Adam and the Naughty Yachties as well coming up later on tonight. And remember, Adam's got that thing on Dash Radio on the weekends and across the country syndicated. It's a really fun show, too. Just sit back, relax, smooth out a little bit. Hit the Vogue tonight for the Naughty Yachties. Number 7, 239-1070. Matt Taylor, Adam Ritz, me and you. Rest of the way at 239-1070 next.
Are kids better off in an intact family? You bet they are. This is Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. Kids living in a household with married parents do better in school, they're emotionally healthier, and they're more likely to stay out of trouble with the law. If you're in a troubled marriage, of course you should do everything you can to save your marriage, if only for your kids' sake. This includes considering alternatives to divorce. Of course, in some circumstances, divorce is unavoidable. In either case, if you're a man facing a crisis in your marriage, let us help you at Cordell & Cordell. Remember, we're the partner men can count on.
Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Indianapolis area attorneys. A partner men can count on. 317-322-0122. Or visit online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Indianapolis. Cordell & Cordell, 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1100, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46204.
Hey, it's John. And they're not working on my yacht right now, but they are giving a little spa treatment to the Toyota Tundra. That's Mike and the gang on 135. And thank you, Joe Childers and the gang at CarX. I trust them with my ride, and you should too. Because it's been a long, hot summer to this point, right? And you've probably got some stuff going on in your vehicle, whether it's with the tires, maybe the brakes, maybe something under the hood, maybe even your AC unit that needs to be addressed. So now is the perfect time to do it and make a Joe Childers run CarX location the spot to do that, because you're not going to find any better people that know exactly what's going on with your car, truck, or van, can do it the right way, can do it with a great price, and do it with timely service. And I mean across the board, absolutely everything, right on down to what should be the normalcy of an oil change. Absolutely everything. That is your Central Indiana Joe Childers Run CarX location. Tell them I sent you today and make it CarX.
Luke Bryan.
Sunrise, sunburn, sunset.
The Sunset Repeat Tour. This Sunday night, Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center.
Proud of what makes you country.
Luke Bryan, live with special guest Cole Swindell, John Langston, and DJ Rock. Get access to preferred seating with your City Card. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
As a small business owner, when was the last time you considered switching internet providers?
I don't even remember. Running a business keeps me pretty busy.
Let's compare your current provider to Comcast Business. Are you getting fast, reliable internet?
Sometimes.
How about a full suite of innovative services like separate Wi-Fi networks, 4G wireless backup, and advanced voice solutions?
I highly doubt it.
Sounds like Comcast Business could give you more. Make the switch to the nation's largest gig speed network now and get an amazing deal. Right now, get fast 75 megabit internet for $49.95 per month for 2 years when you add 2 voice mobility lines and sign up for paperless billing and autopay. Call 1-800-501-6000 today. Comcast Business. Beyond fast.
Monthly service charge increases by $10 without paperless billing and autopay. Offer ends 8/21/19. Restrictions apply. New business customers only. 2-year agreement required. Early termination fee applies. Equipment taxes and fees extra, subject to change. Backup limited to up to 8 hours.
Hiring used to be hard. Multiple job sites, stacks of resumes, but today hiring can be easy and you only have to go to one place to get it done. ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter is so effective that 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. And right now, my listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/Wingo. That's ZipRecruiter.com/WINGO. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Hey, let's talk it up here. PAI, WeGrowHairIndy.com. If you're looking for your real growing hair again, I'm just here to give you options. I mean, that's what you want, right? That's what we want in life, options. If you don't need it, if you don't want it, that's one thing. If you do, I got your helper here. Multi-unit hair grafting, Artist Robotic FUE, and the procedure known as PRP, platelet-rich plasma. This stuff is way too in-depth for me to tell you about right here, but Darren Andrews can explain everything to you so you understand, so you are comfortable. And then if you want your real growing hair, that's what you get with PAI. It's WeGrowHairIndy.com today.
Do you have Medicare and Indiana Medicaid? With Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, you could be getting so much more. Anthem may provide up to $2,000 towards dental, $0 copays on many prescriptions, and up to $1,320 for over-the-counter healthcare items. Get more out of your Medicare and Medicaid coverage. Switch today. Call 866-649-8826. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is an HMO special needs plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the Indiana Medicaid program. Enrollment in Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield depends on contract renewal.
August is here and you need reliable transportation to get the kids back and forth to school. Penske Chevrolet at 96 and Keystone has you covered. Brand new award-winning Chevrolet cars, trucks, and SUVs are waiting for you, and they've got a huge selection of certified pre-owned cars too. Don't want to make a trip to the dealership? Well, that's no problem. Just call Jay Smith and Brett Rosie and they'll arrange a test drive on your test track. Shop at PenskeChevyIndy.com and Penske will drop your future car off at your home or business. Worried about financing? Well, don't. Penske Chevy promises the lowest price, and you can always choose between a purchase or a lease. For example, the Equinox comes with 0% financing for 60 months or $199 a month lease. The Trax has no interest for 6 years or $159 lease. The lease on a Malibu is $219 a month, and with all these leases, it's 36 months at 10,000 miles a year. Oh, and select Silverados come with 0% financing for 72 months and a $2,000 rebate, or you can just take 25% off that sticker. Penske Chevrolet at 96 and Keystone, or online at PenskeChevyIndy.com. Chevy, find new roads.
Pros like you do it right to get more bang for your buck because putting more toward your bottom line is good for business. Lowe's is here to help with deals on what you need to get the job done for less. Because now you can get 15% off custom special order Therma-Tru steel and fiberglass entry doors. And lockdown savings with 20% off select Schlage lock sets. Whatever job you're working on today or any day, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offers valid through 8/18, U.S. only.
Hey, it's Stan Doggett here for Family Leisure. You know how much I love my spa from Family Leisure. Guess what? It's back. That's right. America's largest spa dealer is having the world's biggest spa sale. Over 1,200 spas, 5 manufacturers, no games, no gimmick. Higher quality spas, better service, lower prices. $8,000 spas, only $49.99. $5,000 spas, only $24.99. Special financing available. Over 50 models to choose from and spas from $12.99. Nobody beats Family Leisure. Nobody.
Sports Center updates on the Fan are brought to you by Big O Tires. Save $150 by purchasing 4 Big O brand tires with qualifying purchase on your Big O credit card. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
The Ride with JMV.
This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Yeah, I saw this. Rockets general manager Daryl Morey has always championed his players. How about this? Quote, it's just factual that James Harden is a better scorer than Michael Jordan. Morey said this on somebody's podcast, acknowledging that people, quote, hate his take, but explained how the numbers support the statement. Listen, I'm sure the numbers do, but there's no way in this world the guys had to put up with the hitting. And I know that Jordan got calls. The thing that is different here is he's talking about scorer instead of player. I mean, let's face it. I mean, Jordan's the best guy I've ever seen all time. That's it. And Michael Jordan's the best I've ever seen. I would not think about putting James Harden in that category. And I don't think that makes me the old fart of the week. I just think that makes me somebody that's seen Jordan and seen Harden and go, yeah, you know what? That probably doesn't work. I mean, even if you're talking about scoring or volume score or that, I don't know. You guys probably don't care about it. It's funny. And listen, if I'm the general manager of the Rockets, knowing what I got coming on this year too, and trying to continue to what are you going to say? Yeah, my guy's not as good as this guy. You always have to say that. I mean, even if you don't necessarily believe it, and then you can skew it to say scorer instead of player, because we all know player, there's no way. All right, the guy scores high volume now, great. That's funny. Yeah, I know. Makes me live in the past. Oh, you're living in the past. I like living in the past can be good. I'm not going to live around here where anybody's going to say that that Harden's better than Jordan. If you want to say a better scoring, throw whatever. That makes me laugh. I think it should make anybody laugh from that particular era. I think we all should be laughing about that. Hey, JMV, here's a little positive spin. Hey, Braden's going to give us some positive spin. You guys ready? If Luck is out the first week or two and Brissett plays really well, maybe this pads his trade value. Luck comes back and the Colts deal Brissett for some depth or picks. Braden, that is never, ever, 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 ever going to happen. Now, I will say this. I can get with the logic that if the guy's not ready for week number 1, that maybe you don't win there anyway. However, all of a sudden you see what's going on with the LA Chargers? Have you seen it? I mean, yesterday it was Keenan Allen that went down. And more than likely is lost until when? September? As Derwin James most recently goes down, and he is out for an indefinite period of time. And then you add that with Melvin Gordon, who is not in camp. I mean, that gives you an opportunity. That's a great opportunity right there. And they must win either that game or beat Kansas City in week 5, I believe it is. You got to win one of those two. So as much as you say, well, you know what, they're going to go out there and get beat anyway. Whoa, well, hold on a minute now. Things might start to look a little bit different if the quarterback can get under center at some point. And hopefully you see him on Monday. That's going to be one of those signature moments on Monday that you hope to see him if you're a Colts fan, and that you'll watch for if you're covering them through the media. And then obviously Frank Reich has set a deadline. But we'll see. Hey, JMV, I think a long list of guys today don't measure up to the guys who played back in the day because back in the day they played against defense. Defense today is closer to a wave and harsh language, and that's because that's the way the game is called. But, listen, Michael Jordan, we hated Michael Jordan back in the day as Pacer fans, right, because he got every stinking call in the world, but we still respected the way that he played, and we know who's, all-time greatest there. Now, people that are older than us will say Wilt Chamberlain. I don't think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar gets enough love, but we all saw it. We all know. One Pump Kev asked me this. What movie should I watch tonight? Don't giggle when I say One Pump Kev over there, Kyle. That puts you in the similar category as me. What movie should I watch tonight? I got you. What exactly are you looking for here, Kev? You looking for a little action adventure? You're looking for some great storytelling. You're looking for a little bit of history thrown in. You're looking some fantastic comedy. Something fast-moving, fast-paced. What exactly are you looking for? A little dialogue, a lot of dialogue. Here's what I got for you. How about taking this? From 1997? The Paul Thomas Anderson classic, Boogie Nights. How about Boogie Nights for you tonight? Which documents the rise and the crash to earth of Dirk Diggler. Which loosely equates Dirk Diggler's character to John C. Holmes. How about that? Boogie Nights tonight for you, One Pump. And in that film, the late, great Burt Reynolds, incredible role. William H. Macy as Little Bill, incredible. Heather Graham, naked, incredible. One Pump Kev, my pick to click tonight, Boogie Nights. Thank me later. Back with you final time. Meek Mill future tickets as well. We'll recap the day, which started great. It's not ending so great, but it started great with Tony and Lauren Dungy in studio. I'll tell you about it next.
Powered by the Hubler Auto Group, a dealer to help the people. Shopping for a new or used vehicle? Click drivehubler.com for Indiana's largest selection of best deals. Hubler has it all.
How well do you know the Indiana State Fair? Test your knowledge on 1075thefan.com for your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to this year's festivities. The next Indy 11 home game is Sunday, August 18th at 6 p.m. You heard that right, Sunday night as they take on St. Louis FC at Lucas Oil Stadium. Celebrate Faith and Family Night. Come early to hear Hunter Smith performing on the North End Horseshoe Stage and stick around after the game for post-game testimonial from players in the East Club. Purchase your tickets at indy11.com/promotions. A portion of your ticket proceeds will go to directly support the Tyler Trent Foundation or call 317-685-1100 to get your tickets today.
Seriously put here, the August JMV special went so doggone spectacular. Four Winds Lakeside in a marina. They want to extend this deal through September. Hey, JMV here, and Four Winds is rolling back the price just for you again, or actually not even again. They're going to continue this through September. The midweek staycation is still $199. We're talking Sunday through Thursday, 3 nights and a garden double. You can upgrade that. Lakeside views for $99 more. And you know what? You can split this too. You can go late summer and it's awesome down there, but you can also start hanging in the fall and it is spectacular. For this price, there's your staycation. So if you can break away for this week or any week with a midweek staycation on your mind, this is the way to do it. And tell Tony that we sent you. And know this, that the pool, indoor, outdoor, is spectacular. Mini golf, boat rental, hiking trails. And you get Lake Monroe down there any time of year. It's great. But especially now and into September with this great deal, call Tony. 812-824-BOAT, 812-824-2628. Tell him I sent you, and then make it happen with that midweek staycation. More info online, fourwindslakeside.com today.
Yuengling Golden Pilsner, a beer so crisp, refreshing, and smooth. When you crack one open, it makes any occasion golden. A night out with the ladies.
I might call it a night. A night to remember.
Game day with your buddies.
Beer man, Pilsner here. And here, and here.
Happy hours come to life.
Could I get a Yuengling Golden Pilsner? You know what? Make it a bucket.
Yes, with Yingling Golden Pilsner, card games get wilder.
I should probably fold. But I'd rather go all in.
Even backyard bonfires feel more alive.
Hey guys, I brought my guitar. And my drums.
So no matter where the day takes you, crack open a smooth, refreshing 6 generations in the making Yingling Golden Pilsner and make your day golden. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please drink responsibly.
Who's ready to head to St. Louis for the last big IndyCar race in the Midwest on August 24th? Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway is the home of a party you just can't miss. The Bommarito Automotive Group 500. One ticket gets you 5 big races, including the NASCAR K&N Pro Series. Come to town early for Racing Bobblehead Night with the Cardinals and a Rumble Before the Roar pre-race party. The best deals on tickets and camping can be found at WWTRaceway.com. Brought to you in part by Illinois South Tourism and the Office of Illinois Tourism. The NTT Data IndyCar Oval World Finals, Saturday, August 24th, St. Louis. The showdown after sundown.
Big news from Darren Andrews, PAI Medical Group Clinic Director and one of my favorite former Indianapolis football players, Rick DeMulling.
That's right, JMV. Rick DeMulling chose WeGrowHairIndy.com to grow his hair back.
Yeah, got linked up with JMV, and he highly recommend I call.
Well, I can't speak enough of my results and the way that I was treated.
I'm giving it my best shot. We are throwing everything PAI has at it.
And like you, JMV, Rick will have our trademark multi-unit hair grafting procedure.
Great!
PRP and laser treatments.
That's right, I'm tackling hair loss.
Rick, it's resodding the playing field. PAI's got football players now. Resod the playing field.
JMV, I'm tackling hair loss.
Schedule your free evaluation with our friend Darren Andrews at WeGrowHairIndy.com or call 888-724-5129. That's 888-724-5129.
Go to my VIP page, see my procedure, and keep up with my progress.
Go to WeGrowHairIndy.com. That's 888-724-5129. Hey, John here for the Backyard Bourbon Broadcast. You guys ready for it? It is coming your way. We're going to do this, I think maybe next week, I don't know, a week after. We're going to be doing it here soon, right? Month of August, we'll close it out for the summer of 2019 with my friends Randy and Brent from Heaven Hill Distillery. Evan Williams sponsors this. We got all you can eat, all you can drink. We got the hydration from Connecticut and all the food from Market, Wings, etc. So you're asking, what is this about? Well, we bring this show and the fun of this show, the broadcast of this show, and DJ Skids out to your backyard with you and 30 of your friends. If you ever wanted to impress anybody because you have the ability to throw a fantastic party in your backyard, if you ever wanted your party to be described as a shindig, this is the opportunity with the Backyard Bourbon Broadcast. And all you need to do to have a shot is to sign up online right now, 1075thefan.com. I believe we're going to pick next week, and we could go from just your average party with you to a shindig. It's 0 to 60 with the Backyard Bourbon Broadcast, brought to you by Evan Williams. Online sign up right now. That is 1075thefan.com.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers. If you owe the IRS or state back taxes and cannot afford to pay them back, there's good news. Due to the financial hardship many are facing in today's economy, the IRS has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative. Qualifying for this program will resolve your tax problem, end all collections, and possibly reduce your back taxes by up to 90%. If you are facing wage garnishments, liens, bank levies, audits, or payroll taxes, it's not too late. Your circumstances may qualify you for this special program, protecting your savings and your assets. If you owe the IRS or state back taxes and cannot afford to pay them back, there's no need to worry anymore. Call the hotline at Victory Tax Solutions to see if you qualify and potentially save thousands. For this free information, call 800-222-1963. 800-222-1963. That's 800-222-1963.
August 2nd through 18th, your Indiana State Fair celebrates Heroes in the Heartland.
Today, your Indiana State Fair honors Heroes of Courage for National Guard Day. Don't miss your chance to meet DC Comics' Batman from noon to 6 p.m. Then catch another free concert on the Bet Indiana Free Stage with Everclear. Join us for the final weekend of your Indiana State Fair.
Heroes in the Heartland, presented by Indiana Donor Network at your Indiana State Fair.
No matter how it happened, Caliber Collision makes it like it never did. The nation's largest collision repair company, rated among the highest in customer satisfaction, restoring the rhythm of your life.
The Colts host the Cleveland Browns in preseason action. Coverage tomorrow at 1 on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
You're going to eat your fat.
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Oh, man, what a great week. What a great day. It started with Tony and Lauren Dungy in studio right off the tip top. If you missed any of that conversation, especially with what Tony was talking about regarding the new layer of replay and being able to challenge the judgment calls and challenge the pass interference calls, you got to hear that. The story he told about injuries and what might have been for Dallas Clark back in the Super Bowl championship season, that's Super Bowl 41, of course. You don't want to miss any of it, too. His thoughts on luck and the Colts going into this year, and he and his wife Lauren writing books, children's books, Team Dungy. Podcast 107.5, thefan.com. Clint Boyer of Stewart Haas Racing joined us from Bristol. He was awesome. He is always really good on this show. Always. They are racing tomorrow night under the lights at Bristol. He is just inside the playoff picture in NASCAR right now, but he is hanging in the balance. Pat Sullivan, hashtag Ask Pat. Pat Sullivan Egg Fest coming up. Pat Sullivan Hardware and Garden. That is next week. Egg Fest. Matt Taylor, voice of the Colts. I'm trying to get him to implement the term in a big play moment of holy crap. He declined, probably smartly. And my man Adam Ritz called in here because his band, the Naughty Yachties, are playing later on tonight at the Vogue, and I want you guys to go out there and enjoy it. And then my man One Pump Kev asked for some advice. You guys, anybody else need advice? He asked for movie advice tonight. Anybody else out there at 239-1070 in need of any advice for tonight of the weekend? Because you got me at least doing this until the Colts gig at the top of the hour for, well, hell, not much more time now. Any advice? You got 30 seconds. Meek Mill, Future, 239-1070. You guys want to go to that? Number 10 at 239-1070. You can go see Meek Mill and Future. Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center. My man Kyle Johnson is the man. Kimmy Adamson, thank you guys for all that you do. Meek Mill and Future. Ruoff. Number 7, check that. I said number 10. Number 10 at 239-1070 for that. Tony and Lauren Dungy, Clint Boyer, Pat Sullivan, Matt Taylor, Adam Ritz. Podcast 1075thefan.com. A big week for you coming up next week, so buckle up for it. The early bird price on my golf outing to benefit Teachers Treasures, 1075thefan.com as well. Colts Happy Hours next.
The dress rehearsal.
Let's go!
The dry run.
Run down the field on them!
Whatever you want to call it.
This is pro football.
It's week 2 of the preseason, and it's starting to feel a lot more like football. This week, Baker Mayfield, Odell Beckham Jr., and the rest of the Browns take on the Colts.